qualifying from Europe. You see, last time they played in the week they qualified, their drop of choice was Loot Lake. So will that remain the same today? These early game battles, these fights for the different points of interest will be so key. You go with a European duo. I'm picking a European duo as well. Another young squad, Mr. Savage M and Benji Fishy. Dude, Mr. Savage M is cold-blooded. Every time I met him, I'm scared of him. And they're absolutely insane. We'll get those pictures fixed, don't worry. But either way, these guys are two absolute tanks. And Ninja, you one of the best players in the world, but it's almost like these guys are in a class of their own.
They are, man. I mean, I've competed against some of these guys in some other online tournaments as well. And
Ninja y Courage, se llama Courage, no sé cómo se dice. Está el xOwn y el King, amigo. Quiero que ganen esos pies, man. Por fin que ganen unos argentinos, amigo. Porque el primer latinoamericano que ganó fue el Shelty, nada más. Miralo nomás. Bueno, perdón. Concha tu madre. Tremenda lag tiene. No, a mí me están relayados los pies. What the fuck. Ahora, Paco. Man, rompieron todo. Que no respondes, pero te... no muestran los FPS que tienen, man. Dejar out. Ese gesto se refiltró, man. No sé si lo pusieron en la tienda, pero se refiltró, man. Es buenísimo. Es buenísimo ese gesto, man. Ronda contenida. No, igual quise ver cosas. Estaba re aburrido. El gesto, tipo, que aparece caminando medio raro. Tipo que hace como una caminata media rara. Parece que le están haciendo la entrevista a Ninja, boludo, porque Ninja no habla nada. El único que habla es el Courage este, man. Se está aguantando las ganas de putear. ¿Qué pasa, Benja? Van a jugar al Pro Hunt. Está jodiendo, ¿no? Ah, no. Poner el coso.
Yeah, we've had some fun games of prop hunt that we played, but again, right now, live in the gameplay for free, prop hunt, a little bit different than the competitive setting. Obviously, arena, it's been talked about.
Está el Savage. ¿Sabes cómo va a romper los jetes el Savage, boludo? Había un juego muy cheto. Mira, mira la... Están todos en la partida con el gestito ese, man. Quiero ese gesto, man. Ese es el único boludo que no hace el gesto. Mi papá Osaya. Nunca mostraron al AON y a cosa, man. Ahí está Mungral. Upa. No, man, mira el título lo que dice. El único que manda ahí un crack representando. El Aidan. Todo con la espada ahí. ¿Qué onda ese juego? Como... Entonces más la PC que el sonido. Ahí va, bro. Gracias por decir. ¿Ahí se escucha mejor? No sé, bellito. Yeah. Tú te cambiaste de cuenta, mono.
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There was no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I knew Zan would clutch up, and he did just that.
You could tell he lifted the finger. He said, "We need 1 coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated."
Here it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger. You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million. It's unreal.
Like, if you want to practice with death runs, you need to like do it slow. Don't go in blindly. Like, try and like change everything you do every time you fail.
Suzu, can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go?
Nah, mira, lo quiero ver. Porque yo me perdí toda la parte del coso. Me perdí 3 partidas ayer porque me fui de mi casa por más de 5 horas. No pude ver nada, man. Vi lo último nada más. Cuando termine esto, no sé.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get even more money back.
All right, guys, congratulations again. Absolutely outstanding job.
Parece el dedo del
so much
otro.
for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of creative Fortnite looks like.
Ok, Bauti. Bueno.
The Creative World Cup Finals, so much
Dale,
fun
amigo, la
yesterday.
hacen re
Again,
larga.
congratulations to Scissors and his team. $1.3 million won. I'm gonna address the elephant.
Toda la World Cup es en creativo. Eso es mentira.
Exactly happened here.
That's correct. No, we got 4th place.
Primero hacen las hacen las primeras horas en creativo, boludean, qué sé yo, what the fuck, loco. Man, ¿por qué ponen la cámara? primero hacen en creativo y después hacen las peleas.
I mean, little whips, man. You know, we were just killing it, little ice creams. But that event was so incredible. And there's another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again that Epic changed the game with creative. You know what I mean? It kind of popped out of nowhere. All these people, so many people. There were hundreds of people here. Creative.
Yeah. And again, I know I talked to Scissors about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone from his original runs he made to now it kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday for you. What was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode? Was it the run?
Junkyard Juke, bro. Okay. Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game.
Sí, ya sé, pero quiero ver qué mierda hacen los monos. Wey, amigo, son rejedes. Concha del mono.
And it just fills in 32 people. It's so much fun, man.
I'm with that. What should we get the whole squad together or not?
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. I mean, there's nothing greater when you're a little teddy bear and you're just walking around like trying to make it in. It's amazing, man.
Hey, listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend. Things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the Battle Pass redemption. Everyone here has got tickets, has the commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on. Moments for a lot of people here, whether they're players.
Ahí el mexicano. No sabía que había un face español. Está el Warwayne, el PS, no sé. Ya fue muy. Yo dije, bro, en media hora o más, si veo que no están haciendo nada, me voy a creativo. Hasta que por lo menos estén jugando los boludos.
Game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vic Roy, man. Who's it gonna be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now, man. Make some noise.
Who do you think's gonna win today? Scream it, make it.
Ah, la concha.
Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Mongrel, Mitro.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
Me morí así. Ah, mira, ahí está King. Está arriba, más o menos. Al medio. Al lado del chinito.
I mean, literally, I knocked him like, you know, it was the first game in the pro, and that was just amazing. He can't live that down. I don't want to be the first person knocking this.
No, for sure. As now we immediately hop on board with my pick to dominate today, Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, and they're heading right towards Happy Hamlet, a place they've called home so many times, and this is contested.
Oh, Savage.
Flying on into here, Ninja. The early game's so key, and already Benji Fishy trying to put shots down range with that revolver, but area is contested. You see they're kind of split from each other right now. What are their comms like in this exact moment?
I mean, I think right now they're just going to be trying to hear exactly where these guys are, footsteps, any type of information they can pass off to one another is going to be very important. David Pratt.
Como la World Cup, apretando R2 en el coso. Y R2 te pone una notificación, apretas R2 y la ves. Si no, la tenés que ver en partida. Mira esta Warwing, el español. Face Warwing. ¿Y ese glider? No sé. Ah, mira, Stux, el compa, o sea, bueno, el compa del clan de Mitro. Go out very, very early in this first game to Tetra and on the flip side, the new Rogue members.
They're wasting a lot of material right now. You can already see it. You've got only 100 maps left. That's 10 builds. These early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very, very, very particular with how many maps you're going to use when you're trying to ramp rush somebody, because if you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats, I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself with.
And look at the advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't had any. Nadie cayó en salty, man. Because 2 eliminations come on through. He gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him. Es re feo caer, o sea, morir al principio, man. Es tipo no. You're still stuck at 100 health, and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo pushing towards that top dusty divot side of XXM and Mend, and now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here as well as wood. The one material that really be lacking is going to be stone.
Yeah, definitely going to be lacking stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here, landing in Dusty. What I'm just interested to see is, they have no rotation items.
Ver brush Scarlet.
Something that's going to help them rotate later. There are no balls that spawn in Dusty, so no ballers. It's going to be very difficult to make it to the late game if you guys don't have some sort of crazy rotation.
Yo pensé que era una chica, era un chinita.
Fight going on towards Fatal Fields, and with how little materials there are, you got to think these players down low who are already just on white HP.
Nah, yo creo que gane coso, boludo.
Scarlet and his duo
K1nG
get the quick elimination onto Brush.
Es una bestia,
That's gonna
boludo.
push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment. Another rough start right there. So much stone in Fatal Fields. I feel like Fatal Fields is a underrated landing
Los
spot.
dos chinitas.
You get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get wood and brick very quickly, and then there's definitely some metal that you can gather around. There's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the sticks. But listen, man, I'm really curious as to why they're not pushing.
Es 1 contra 2.
It's kind of a double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfields. And Sizz lucky, these top players who land Fatal Fields know how to actually navigate the loop in the corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right, same. I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you
Creo
can
que
go
va a
on.
ir a agarrar la tarjeta C.
And pick up Brush's card. So
Agarrar la
this is
tarjeta.
key.
Think you should go for
Reboot
it?
Vans. Remember, when you get brought back, you only had 100 HP
And
a common pistol.
Se la mierda
That
la
will bring a
otra.
lot of attention over. If you are Scarlet and Bell, are you sprint back over that fight? I think so. Now across the map, though.
Man.
An engagement going out between KBB, Yuang, and their duo up against Vinny and Zexro, and there's the knock right there, Ninja.
Drum shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside somebody's 1x1 right there. I mean, there's another knock with the drum shotgun.
Cosita.
Absolutely wreaking havoc. Yuang trying to take this wall. I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive.
No usa mi skin.
He's got the shield advantage. All he has to do is play this patient. I'm going to be pretty sure that these guys don't have that many materials, so just needs to spray it out and hopefully find a chance to take it down, but he's healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has minis as well as big shields, so we'll be able to get back to full shield. And Yuang now in a tough spot. Do I try to go?
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long.
Si no va rápido se va a morir.
He's just going to be going for the reloads. taking
Corta.
his time, and he might be dipping out, maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get
Es
the
de
revive
TSM.
off, and now he's
No.
doing it again.
Zexro staying confident though, knowing right now still at over 150 HP. The teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall
Opa.
comes through, trying to spray it,
Ah.
and it's not
Abrió
going to
el
happen. And you
inventario,
see
man.
Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but Yuang
Mal
dropped down
ahí,
to
boludo.
59 HP. But with that elimination, we'll bump back up to over 100. Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important is checking out the storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot. You guys can't see the screen. There are plenty of people who are outside. They're going to have to start their rotations in. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was to try to get in those spots where you can beam people who are going to be flying throughout the sky using a lot of the slipstreams and just taking advantage of, your
La concha de la
A
lora.
little update too on Sizz Lucky. They did get the reboot in Fatal, so they're both back in play. Look at how slow this
Chiquita
lobby is
esta.
going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nate Hill
¿Qué le
and Funk
pasa,
of
man?
FaZe Clan currently set on up near Lazy Lagoon. And Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah. All right. So there's if you go on the boat on the ship, every single one of the masts is like where
¿Qué onda? Hay 20 monos de face.
easily get max wood in arena in probably less than 10 seconds. And also there are some metal anchors in town that you can get for about 300 metal, which is
Pensé que estaba jugando parado cualquiera.
yeah. I mean, I'm just 91 players. I mean, have we talked about Storm Surge? I mean,
Amigo, tremenda
I was gonna let that
mole.
be a bridge when we cross it, but
because 91 people left. I mean, how soon is it going to be?
we're gonna have Storm Surge in every game.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's going to be like, this is going to be nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. Basically, the team that has
Creo que todavía
the
siguen vivos
amount of
el round
damage
y el kill.
is going to start taking damage until they get above the
Una gana que lleguen al
Yes,
final
it
por lo
tells the
menos.
players
Mira.
on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through.
¿Qué onda con ese paraguas, man?
Right now, It's so
Está buenísimo.
Ninja. It's not your normal game where you get to loot up and freely grab everything you want. Here, I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy bullets.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to
¿Será el paraguas de la temporada 10?
Or have talented players who are surrounding you. You got to be constantly worried about getting sniped from the side. All it takes is 2 seconds of being caught off guard, and you can get dinked twice with an infantry rifle, and boom, there goes 160 health, man, just like that.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players, so you keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush already in the next zone. They're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him. Like,
No, se le murió el comp.
It's not going to happen. There's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shotgun grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Parpy and Volks.
Y si tiene la tentación por tener la ultra.
HP for both of them. Parpy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks. 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammates.
Apoyando a King.
So will basically be by himself the rest of this game.
It's going to be almost impossible to perform alone.
¿Sabéis quién es King?
There's the Storm Surge warning. These guys are 106 above, and you guys can see that, which means that
Nunca entendí eso. Storm Surge warning, no lo sé.
Threshold, and they are going to need to hit some people, deal some damage, and that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily only want people kind of just lingering around in their 1-by-1s, praying that the circle moves to them. You're gonna see some fights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that. Or they're not gonna be able to make it.
Now moving towards the Dusty Divot Diner. You see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo from NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't know you could farm this.
Bueno, no sé si están vivos o están muertos, no me fijé.
Really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here.
XOwn, ¿qué te pasa, concha?
To be farmed up, and for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to spend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent and Hype in a pretty decent spot. I think you guys can look on the mini-map that we're staring at. Every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in.
El hype este.
Double heavy sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much anything. Does 1,500
Se está muriendo el pibe este.
So if you have 2 teammates who have double heavy snipers, they can see a team line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And
nunca mostró pisos, man.
1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
Several high
One thing you guys we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows
online,
and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm.
No, lo mataron a Aidan.
So players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. And that's Jay now quite weak.
Ah, mira, si no haces daño a enemigos te pega un rayo, boludo, no. Mal ahí.
Smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge.
Qué asco, boludo.
Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that
Nunca me pasó, pero.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperate and push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat, you know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikon.
That's a replay.
Tremendo bucaque.
Airwax and Nikon are
Pobrecito.
winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well.
En el medio se puso el...
As they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game.
¿Qué es ese
38
compatineta?
duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles were, they didn't really.
Ahí el sniper de Tormenta talló una banda seguramente. Hamster, MendXX, Sluggish Case. Man. Ahí está Mungra el Mitro. Mira la montañita. La agarra taquicardia.
Look at all these people who are already boxed up. They're already creating these tunnels. More shots coming down. He's gonna be able to make it. 8 grenades. So that's gonna be. I mean, if he
Tremenda robot parece con no sé. Está re mal hecho.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time.
Ahí está K1nG. Allá está, man. Están peleando con Chapitz, creo. No murieron todavía. Bien, bien. Sí, caga la trompada. Allá está K1nG contra un pibe que está Chapi o algo así. Amigo.
They're set up currently in this zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is inventory rifle and a combat shotgun. So he has no spray guns.
Se lo voy a Mitro o algo así.
An SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. Gotta have to have.
Amigo, todavía sigue vivo, boludo.
To kill players and hit players.
El own.
You know, very difficult.
Y el King.
Look at that healing too, though. Yeah. 5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
They already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
They're super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map.
Para, el DAPS, ese es el DAPS que yo conozco. Ah, no sé, el Face DAPS. Ya me parecía raro. Ahí. Allá está aún. O sea, aún y King están allá re felices ahí afuera mientras están todos peleando acá, man. No sé. No, mataron a Mungra. Mataron a
Definitely has a bunch to, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Intro. 12 damage below. Will have to begin to put shots down range.
Tremenda boca que le hicieron, pobrecito. Chao Mungra, mal.
Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage.
¿Qué onda? Parece que estás en la Diamond. What the fuck?
Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in, everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still though, only 80, meaning combined between the two, they really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left.
Es verdad, ni los muestran, amigo. Los muestran ahí de fondo, pero ni siquiera se fijan. Están con los de Face. No. Ojalá que gane lo que yo digo, man. Own y King, y así les cerramos la boca a los monos.
It got finished actually, so he's got all the shields in the world.
¿Qué onda el mega este? ¿Cuántos años tiene, man?
Ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping.
Si no pego un tiro.
Some big damage right there, still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the storm surge. Fantastic composure again, one of the young players on this stage.
Mira, tiene 14. Con razón, ya me parecía un tipo. Amigo, se me lo dio todo. Se ve re mal. Pará. Voy a hacer algo. No, la concha de tu madre. Dale. Ahí. Se veía re mal, man. Se ve re mal. ¿Por qué se ve re mal? Ay, qué asco. Hay un jugador argentino, 2. Está Aún y el King. ¿Por qué se ve re mal, man? Qué asco. Este verga. Qué asco, amigo. Qué ahí por fin.
Your marker, your aim is right on their head. Boom, you're gonna get that headshot. You're gonna get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the legendary and the epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So I mean,
bien, amigo. Sí, creo que sí. Ya sabía que estaba clip, no, pero no sabía cuándo.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone.
El único que se podría decir que latinoamericano, entre comillas, que, bueno, habla hispano, mejor dicho, fue el Shelty, que está usando estaba el pibe traductor ahí al lado porque no sabía inglés. Yo no sabía que no sabía inglés el Shelty, porque como tiene todo en inglés, el mono. Para mí que sí se yankee. Mostraron a King, pero no había aún. Yo lo vi al revés. Ahí está King. Lo mataron a uno. Está King ahí, boludo. Sí, lo mataron a uno. Tiene 4 kills el King.
Does land. Yes, but it's taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. We'll just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players.
Se les rebuguea cuando
the elimination feed. Arkham now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left. To keep track of the players, so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players
el King mató a Calculator.
You move with the zone. You tunnel your way and give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked.
Ahí está King.
On the high ground, it's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there, man. That, all right. Mongo, unfortunately, do we still end with Mitro's still alive? I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shotgun grenade. He already had high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take
7 segundos lo pusieron. No, sí.
Win this. You're gonna have to try to take the high ground off him or have a rocket launcher to just take him out of it.
He's just so weak, and Mr. Savage just looks up and
el Savage, amigo. Está recebado.
Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one. But 20 duos.
Que lo caigan matando y que gane King, boludo.
Mr. Savage goes down.
It's up to Benji.
No, se murió, pobrecito, no lo dije. Le dije, joda, bro. ¿Cómo te vas a morir? No. Por ir al loot. Mal ahí.
We made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayn and Saf now. Zayn and Saf now on the high ground. The only duo left. This has a Zayn and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo was all by himself.
Todavía sigue Mitro. Bueno, por lo menos que gane Mitro, man. Que la fuerza te acompañe aquí. ¿Cuántas partidas son? Son 5. Esta es la primera.
Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zayn and Saf just sitting pretty. Mitro just got a double, I think.
No.
get it done. Not enough. Zayt and Saf, 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will.
Ay, ¿quiénes son estos monos? El 6 y el Saf. El Saf.
Rainfire from above. We're able to make up 5 limbs plus 10 placements. It's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was.
Son del equipo de del Savage estos monos. Energy. Está bueno ese nombre, man. Energy.
Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zayt and Saf.
Bueno, ganan estos monos con 5 kills. O sea que tienen, creo que 11 puntos o no sé cuántos. La jugó, sí, la jugó Recheta. Dale, poneme los punticos. Tiene 11 o más, porque no me acuerdo bien cuántos son los puntos.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible. But the fact that they made it through those storm surges.
Gritan como monos pariendo. Sí, amigo. Que imagínate jugar por $1 millón de dólares, man. Yo te grito hasta la cuadra siguiente, boludo.
Players focusing them the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that
compras 20 GTAs.
But they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. Someone shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zayt and Naft at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief.
Incredible first game. And we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be awarded tomorrow.
6 juegos. Chupame pija, no, dijiste 5.
Stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send a Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things
no pienso poner el Twitter de Fortnite Game Work. King, ¿cuántos puntos hizo? Ahí lo va a decir. Va a poner una tabla, tablero que va a poner todo.
Circles, you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be on the flying in the air rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot. You know, absolutely. High risk, high reward, man. Right?
El Own, boludo, no se mató ninguno, boludo. Y eso que el Own es una bestia. Le tenía más cosa al Own, pero el King, amigo.
Thank you so much, Virgin Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over, and the Victor Royale's experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zayt and Ghost Saf and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame is a prime example of textbook Zayt and Saf. We're gonna re-roll it one more time, and we're gonna break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Saf has one angle while Zayt is
Se murió Tormenta en la tormenta, bro.
But the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zayt and Saf, 5
murió, pobrecito el King, boludo. Para jugar Ratchet al King. Se hizo 5 kills, creo, o 6. Y con el... como quedó entre los 11, creo que pudo hacerse un poquito de cosas.
Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Dale, capo.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Always there from Unreal Island, outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, game number 1 in the books. Obviously,
the King.
So many updates
Hola.
to see exactly where we stack up. In the end, those final moments can be so hectic. So before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now?
A ver.
Guess what? It's Saf and Zayt, but
King quedaron novenos. Tienen ¿cuántos puntos?
for both of them.
Tienen
Both of
9.
our predictions, and they're still up there. Guess what?
Y estos hicieron 15.
And when they
Bien.
actually get some good rotation items, I'd love to see how they're going to play in the late game, man.
Placement points is so key. You did a great job pointing out.
Mitro y Mungral, terceros, Scarlet y Bell,
Not only does he
segundos. Mira,
and his
los
movement
chinos.
items, but he somehow finds 5 more limbs, putting his team from probably an abysmal game 1 to top 3.
Hizo 6
in
kills
our
el King,
leaderboards.
man.
Again, here are your
No.
standings from game number 1.
Amigos, ¿se pueden calmar?
They wind up making it
Terreros,
as well. And
franceses,
then because of Mega
terreros.
staying alive too.
¿Cuál de todos?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what,
Si no se calman, los muteo a los dos.
hopefully they step it up in this next
Chico,
game.
por favor,
Game 2's
cálmense.
about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready.
guys
Ladies
ready?
and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2? Oh yeah, they
Están
are.
fijándose dónde caer,
Oh
man.
yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5,
Debería.
4, 3, 2,
No me acuerdo.
1. The battle bus has
Bueno,
launched. Game
me voy a callar un rato y vamos a ver esto. Si, me muteo y cuando pase algo bueno, me desmuteo. Así ven bien los que quieren ver.
The most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me, is the second you jump out of that bus.
Yep.
Right? Once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves, going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen. I'm just hoping that they find them. There's nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas at 350 mats.
Dude, they're insane. And they're everywhere. And look, wait, can we look at the map? Look at the north side. You've got 3 llamas in a very small area.
Capo, ¿me puedes decir por qué hay 4 llamas? Bueno, solo eso. Bien.
From very, very far away.
I mean, the one thing I tell, I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen, man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself, hey, we should probably look for llamas as we're flying in because, usually you're looking for players who's going to be landing next to you. But if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama.
And there's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with shield, rotation. There's shadow bomb storm, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly valuable.
And remember, materials get capped at 500 of each type. So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can spend much less time looting and, farming and much more time looting. And look at Zate perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for, explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back and forth, man. It's an incredible use of the Shadow Bombs, and you're probably going to see a lot of players do something like that in the late game off of other people's builds, and which is way more difficult to do that off a mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look at the storm is landing side of the map, and this storm is very far. Great point to bring up there. We can see on our side, the zone right now basically gets cut off at Dusty Divot and Neo Tilted, and the rest of the north side of the map are in play. So everyone near the middle and south side will have to move, and you see in the elimination feed very early on, Elevate does get cut down. So a tough start for the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkham is still alive. Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z
looks like they have players
down in Loot Lake. In Loot Lake, Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away while continuing to farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a 4-person landing. When more than two people land here, one of them is going to be leaving a little bit handicapped. And Yuang in a fight right now, popping that last big shield, so all of his damage that he will take from now on will be permanent unless he gets an elimination and gets.
And look at how good these stink grenades are right now. Scram and Mexi have lost so much HP off the start of this one just from getting ticks. The spray does come on through. A third party, though, beginning to shoot down on a Yuang. So another player putting their attention towards this fight.
Trying to line of sight
at Snobby, but KBB does go down. It's now Yuang all by himself, and no materials left. Ninja
can't even take a wall.
They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in. Yuang knows that, trying to fall back to his teammate to maybe sneak a revive, but I just don't see.
A lot of these players really are kind of hesitant, you know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shield.
Are they going to
get
off
the right play? They're going to push forward. Yuang no shield. And he's going to get the double! He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB. And there was some delicious shockwave grenades that just slid down the ramp.
Yuang takes them down. The 4 builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came in from that third team getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yuang gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing for the duo. Shot does come in onto Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against 2.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the storm.
Yep.
So this is not, they can't afford this fight, right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. They're going to be burning all the materials in this fight right now. So they're definitely going to need these elims to make up for it.
That was
and he took the knock on Landjock.
And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, you know he's going to take that. Punisher trying to make some plays here. Still, now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Just need to play the numbers advantage. And again, Storm is about to start moving, so they're going to have to make some plays sooner rather than later.
No ammunition.
Sí, decir.
Very few build. No shield. This spells disaster, and Punisher goes down, and there's the frustration in the player camera right there. Slacks and Keys, 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that fight. They got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted, Clicks and Skeptic in a fight.
Got some shield. Doesn't necessarily want to use this mini to only get a 10. And he looks like he's trying to obviously take some ults, help his teammate out. No, he's getting taken. With the trap kill, he's going to get the knock. Unbelievable, incredible plays. Bad Sniper goes down, and now he's continuing to
Cuando termine puede quedar creativo, si no partidas privadas, lo que sea. Ahora voy a ver las 5 partidas.
Little 1-by-1s with pyramids. Try to confuse your opponents of where you actually are healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clicks has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally gets a shotgun.
Yep. Shotgun picked up. Grenades now as well. They want to go for the second elimination. And
we take the oh my god, we got some trap talk
in real life. Did he just take the L in real life? Homie, this is land. This dude's going to come over. No, I'm just kidding.
40?
But the stinks come on in.
Stinks coming in, 22 health left, Campfire down, he has.
Oh, and look who's here!
Third party, hello!
Look who's here! NA puts up the take the L, and EU says, no, no, no! This is the World Cup, baby! I'm gonna show which continent is best. Mitro and Mongrel, full HP, and they storm roll through.
Dual ins for Mitro,
Clicks
still
right there.
Down low. Wow, incredible. Look at that kit. Gold Scar, Gold Combat, Heavy Shotgun, I'm sorry, Heavy Sniper Rifle for taking opponents' walls. Look at, they're just stealing and bum rushing, and that's going to be it.
And there's no shot right there. Skeptic, you saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does YouTube for a reason. But then also a fantastic player. I think speaks a little bit too soon. Aiden now on your screen. Does knock 1. Hasn't finished the elimination yet, so still will gain 50 HP if he can get the full. There it is. Now a 2 versus 1. Aiden and Sean. Look at how weak Sean is, though, Ninja.
Sean has absolutely no health. A little bit of shield. Hopefully we're going to drop some minis here. Aiden being the good team that he is. I'm sure he's calling it out right now. But it is also a 2-on-1, and they don't know, we don't know how weak this guy is right now, but if he is weak, they're going to look to try to trade. And there's a double shotgun shot for over 21 white. Players no shield left are going to try to put the pressure on. Sean has health, and look how aggressive they're being. They're both one hit. They can actually trap.
They're going for it. They're saying, you know, you would have thrown the trap down by now.
And there it is.
And look at the take from Aiden. The jump out to the side, and they'll be rewarded with shields, with materials. And look, Aiden actually, there was 2 big shields.
Yeah.
Aiden's got the full health.
That's incredible, man.
You see the stats so far in this game. Aiden has done 434 damage, has taken 312, and he's near backup to max health. I know Aiden is a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this sold-out arena.
For those of you guys who do not know, the Storm Circle is about to update right now. We just saw our second one, forcing everyone out of the north and east side of the map. And also, guess what? Every single llama was found.
Yep.
All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now.
A lot of rotation.
Oh my god, I can't even. Freaking out, man.
You're getting into it.
Looks
right
like
now.
a lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's only 1 airdrop that's left, which means a lot of players. It's very difficult, man. Going for airdrops is super risky, but it looks like everyone at the World Cup here is taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are there to basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side of the map easily into this zone. So if you kind of sit outside and wait for players to move in from the slipstream, you might be able to deal a lot of damage. And remember, you might think, oh, well, there's no way you're going to get that elimination. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge when that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching action. But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them. SevastitoLolXD does take a bit of storm damage right there. Chug splashes in the inventory, and Ninja
like a dolphin.
Chug splashes have came into this game and they've completely taken competitive by storm. Are they the best healing item currently in this meta?
I think that, you know, there's a lot of items that get added where, you know, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some people
mirá, son 6 partidas, man, esta es la segunda.
I don't think I've
A la
ever
mierda.
seen more positive, you know, reactions from an item being added than when Chug Splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter. It was absolutely incredible. I woke up to some delightful posts.
Delightful
just some delightful posts.
Yeah.
Those of you guys who don't know what they are, each one, Splash, they come in packs of 2. You can stack up to 6. They give you 20 health, 4 shield, whatever you're missing.
And they're instant. You throw them down the ground, and they can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as, if you really want to be a troll, your enemies that you've knocked. Here are Mongrel and Micho in the zone, and you talked about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. There is no way someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where they have a pop-off performance right here. With only 6 games being played after the first 2, they could be your leaders.
Absolutely. I mean, they were only 2 points away from first, man, and they didn't even win the game. And Mongrel went down early before placing points were even rewarded. So, Sean in another fight with Quinton and his squad. Sean trying to take some walls here. And he's out of light ammo.
Out of materials.
And he's out of materials. So he can't even spray right now. The only thing you can do is spray an AR, and that's not really going to be effective against top players if you're actually trying to take walls.
Well, the player tried to drop a trap down low to bait Aiden, but Aiden does not fall for it. This seasoned veteran trying to cover his back. Players beginning to spray on through. Stink bombs dropping, and there's one of them. Another shot comes in.
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the thirst. And grabbed the mats. 365 mats now. He is, or more than that. He's got to
get out of the stinks. They've got to get out of the stinks.
So weak 2.
Look at how weak they are.
And don't they can get both Sean and Aiden. I think that's exactly what they should. They split up. Now he's trying to take them 1 by 1. He's getting pushed by more than one person.
Quick reaction from Aiden, but this looks like it could spell disaster for the duo. Damage dealt 639. He does go down, though the quick edit comes through.
Making plays. Now it's up to Sean. Can he clutch it? Only 2 HP. Got some minis. Picked up some ammunition now for his minigun. But looks like Spades is just way more healthy. And obviously there's 3 other players who are around him as well. So what's he going to do? Looks like he's going for high ground. Smart play, but he's out of mats.
Oh, no, he's got wood. He's got wood. He's good. We both freaked out.
Going to put himself in a nice pyramid.
What a
don't know what a brick or a metal pyramid.
Big thing to note. Look at his zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge. They're 446
aside as well. Has a shot.
This is
going to be taken down. I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game, is being weak, low materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
Every time you watch Aiden and whoever he's playing with, they are always
Se ve que cuando los matan aparece la mochilita.
I think for me, arguably one of the most famous Fortnite competitive history was the Mercs and Aiden duo, where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago.
Oh my God.
And a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat popped up for a second. Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much, there's a higher chance of you going down. Speaking of potential fights, here's SevastitoLolXD and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot, as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows on launch pad.
No están jugando. Están jugando otros que no jugaron en la anterior. Ellos ya jugaron ayer, así que no pueden jugar hoy.
But yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned earlier, are people going to change how they're going to play, right? Are they going to do anything different here at the World Cup? And guess what? I'm pretty sure we can say that Aiden's...
Bueno, el único que está jugando de vuelta es Mongrel. En realidad son tipo como peleas de teams. Pero es muy raro, amigo. No sé, no sé, bro.
Staying alive,
in a great spot.
Holding this pyramid edit, and for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build.
Correct. As you guys are peeking through a pyramid, you hit edit on it. You cannot be seen, right? And you can also see through it. It's a very amazing feature. Fortnite Battle Royale.
Fortnite Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle Royale experience.
Ultimate Battle Royale experience, man. Blue T is in the storm, taking damage, a lot of damage, and he's still going to be rotating. Road taking damage as well. Thomas gonna have to make some plays. And there goes Road. He actually just got knocked. 66 players remain, and this storm is kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park. But it's once you have a high ground mountain in play, I mean, I'm wondering if it's gonna go north.
There's 3 high ground mountains in play, and
really mixes it up late game.
A drone ship that people can wind up going on top of, and those are brilliant to use.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys can get up on top of those, guess what? You have ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any mats.
Pensé que era King, pero se llama Ming. What the fuck?
Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there.
100%.
But it's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down, glide or redeploy, anything like that, yikes. That's a massive yikes. So you have to pray that someone puts a launch pad down underneath it somehow.
Yep.
And go for it.
Yeah,
just risk it all.
Most of these teams won't mess that up. Now, we talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Zayt and Saf, and they're currently set on up in this zone for the moment.
Did they just get the zone as well? Are they the yellow team in the mini-map? I mean, they're close enough for sure, I can see. I think, no, actually, no, they got to rotate a little bit, but look, they got 4 shockwave grenades.
Yep. And they'll be all right. They'll be able to make it happen.
Airwax and Peacock, man. Here we go. They have to rotate the farthest. Look at how many stack players are on this side of the lobby right now, and they're all going to have to move very soon.
Yeah. Arkram and Falconer have a tough rotation ahead. Slacks and Keys. Watch them fight a little bit earlier on against Landjock and
pop
Punisher.
those heals till his teammate comes in.
Yep.
No, he missed one.
He did miss. No, his teammate's full. Teammate's full. Don't worry.
It doesn't matter. Geez.
Teammate's full.
You know, I was playing with Myth the other day, and he was using a lot of chug splashes without me, so you know, I'm really sensitive on it.
We'll let you and Myth handle that one. As again, it seems like some tension there, but we continue to move on in this fight. This is game 2 of 6, folks. The matches will be going on throughout the day. 62 players left in this one. 35 duos. And you see Arkram and Falconer. It looks like they did a duo shockwave to try to fly across the map together.
Good teamwork.
As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more Storm Surge will soon begin to come into play as well.
Jack, I have a question for you, man.
Yes.
Once these circles start closing in, they're so small, what do you think is the play? To rotate in right away once it's revealed if you're far out, or to wait and be the last team?
For me, it completely comes down to what you have left, what you have in your inventory, where you are at, the leaderboards as well. If I'm in a position where I know I need to make some ground up on the leaderboards, I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get some free eliminations.
Yes.
You begin to just build on up and get that high so you can spray on down as well. In this one, though, again, all comes down to rotation. If you have nothing to rotate with and you're far away, I think you play late and hope someone else drops a launch pad near you and use that community pad to your advantage.
Yeah, we're looking over here at UANG, 3 eliminations, sitting here with some very good materials, and it's definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy sniper and a blue SMG in a combat.
And remember, he started the game in Snobby Shores with that clutch when KBB did go down, so they're still in this one because
he has that beautiful blue combat where he clutched it with, man.
Yes, he does, and all the materials you could ever ask for it. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
You see they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
They're either marking double heavy or they're saying, focus this, the zone's closing there.
We're going to find out soon enough. It literally looks like he's marking exactly. He's trying to look and see. Yep,
oh, they do have a double heavy sniper. And Ninja called it. The man knows. They see one. And
you guys saw the pyramid. It's exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls so that double sniper will not take you down.
But they've got the tools, the key to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone, Ninja,
it just moved over a mountain, man.
It just moved onto the side of the mountain, so high ground will be in play. But at the same time, Ninja, half of the low ground still in play, so it's not as bad a position for the low ground players. Here's a look at Mongrel and Mitro. Remember, Mongrel did go down early on in the last game. He's got to back on up because he's burning through materials very, very quickly. They're far above this Storm Surge, so they're good for the moment, and there's the replenish from his teammate in Mitro. 64 total builds left.
Always see them doing this. They always split half and half match with one another, and then they go and collect the others. And it's just a perfect way of making sure that you guys have equal material.
Look at how weak Saf is. Saf just sneaking up through with that shadow bomb. The spray coming in from Mongrel. Stink bomb is hit as well. Everyone focusing these players on the outside. They've got the minigun firing too. The lobby now picking up quick as we move into our pit zone.
The storm is closing in, and that's going to be forcing everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets to spray down with Mongrel in a fight. Gets one player weak, but does have to back on him.
Didn't get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Mitro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're getting sprayed with nothing but grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated. And Mongrel also, Airwax just went down as well.
And you see Cease in the elimination feed. Does look like
se retirtió Munger,
hermano. So delicious. They go for it. Zane and Saf, do they do it?
Do you go for it? There's a launch pad there and so many materials.
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want. They're going to do it. They're going to make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zane and Saf,
uncontested.
That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Mitro's loot too, man.
Oh, that was making a statement. And we know that was juicy loot.
They're making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out you only didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above this.
Still great rotation items too. They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're gonna ghost. He didn't get it though, they try to get both at the same time. Gonna be flying, and this is it, another massive rotation going to be taken to the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid-ground, go for low ground, high ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the full launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having to, fly all the way up and get beamed. They're going to challenge high ground right now. Zayt and Saf looking to do what many would think was impossible, which is win back-to-back games in the stacked lobby. Just saw Falconer in the feed as well. Arkram with an elimination too. 19 duos left as we're moving towards the placement points, Ninja, and these duos know exactly that. 3 points if you make it in the top 15, which could be the difference between first and dead last.
What are they going to do? Are they going to prioritize rotation in and not taking damage, or are they going to try to play it a little risky and go for the elims? If you're going to be going for a limb, definitely open up to a lot of spray, shotgun shots, AR shots, someone suddenly taking the high ground on you. So it all depends on how their play style can unfold, man.
Many more duos remaining in this game, unlike the last one. Zayt with another elimination right there on a KBB. You got Snappy and Red Rush on the high ground, and Saf
over the play. The high ground
goes to the high ground. Take, will he get it?
No sé, bro, es que feo.
Zayt's got high ground. Zayt has high ground as they go to try to push for 2 victory royales in a row.
El único español que quiero que gane ahora, porque están todos muertos, es el Warwen. Porque a ver si lo juega bien.
And he's just going to have to stay alive as long as possible, try to get some placement points. He is obviously a talented player, top player. He can definitely make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
Cease has been by himself since the first moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Darox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin getting chopped down as well. Zayt with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to challenge for the high ground.
Keys right now being held in the storm with 5 limbs. He's going to be eliminated from the back. Zayt taken down as well. Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny and TSM crew.
Se le regala ya
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as well. Vinny as well as Zexro on hype for the moment. 5 eliminations so far. They're putting their names in the hat for potential victory royale in this game.
Go down, right? They want those limbs.
Forward now with eliminations back to back. 4 players left in this one. Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high ground. It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop down to hype for the moment. The spray coming out.
Alguien la gana.
Zexro and Vinny.
TSM takes game 2 with style.
¿Quiénes están de Argentina? El xOwn y el King, bro.
The victory royale and
los de 96.
Look at that. Vinny's hyped and Zexro looks like
he was stunned.
Got his fries on a fast food order. Why am I thinking about food?
Oh my, Jack. It's pretty expected at this point. But God,
fuck.
Take a game 1 and game 2. And honestly, I think that we can all say that the teams hyped up the most have been easy. Guess what? Mongrel and Mitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from eliminations.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great shot. They're perfectly. It seems they're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time. Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off.
So hyped. Zexro's about to start cranking 90s or
Quitona bando.
Trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
Like that's what that focus is. That reminds me, I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and shook it for himself, man. That's a top teammate, man. Great synergy.
What a start to today's competition. The energy in here is insane. I am looking around and there are thousands and thousands of people filling up the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Again, my name's Jack Courage Dunlop, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this weekend. Millions will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just
Solo se puede regalar a uno, boludo. Yo le regalé a otro
and it's
pibe.
already been fantastic.
Don't even want it to end, man. I could be here all night. These games are incredible.
Yep.
Es lo peor, porque solo puedes regalar a uno y es tipo...
Right, you guys want to be competing. Take notes.
Yeah.
Watch these players. Watch how they build. Watch the fights that they take, the way they rotate. We'll see you guys here next year, man.
Well, guess what? Game number 2 ended with style with the North American duo of Vinny and Zexro taking it there on the floor with none other than Jordan Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2, Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic in, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk me through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comp's kind of hectic because of noise, but we're just really good at playing together. Like, we're the longest duo that have played together, so yeah, we're just not a...
Great. Fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage. JD!
Thank you so much, Jordan. The duo of Vinny and Zexro, you know, they've always been known as being so aggressive.
Yeah.
From all the times we've seen them in these competitive tournaments. While they might be some younger players, they've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other talent here, always at the top of the duo qualifiers every single week. Even though they already qualified, they continue to keep playing.
Habla tan bajo,
Game number 2.
What the fuck?
You gotta be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up.
Sigan, ustedes miren esto.
Immediately, I felt like he was just talking about what are we gonna do next. Hey, man, good job. We won that. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Right? How are we gonna change? Maybe even do better somehow. Get more limbs in game 3.
No, for sure. And they know that. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zayt and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second. Zexro and Vinny with that performance go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent Hype, Darox, Item, Forwin and Tux, Snappy and Red Rush all there. While Zayt and Sap do have a nice little lead right now, nobody is safe from the rest of this lobby, I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, just take a look at the points, Courage. You got 11 points, right? Benji and Mr. Savage, they fell out of the top 10. But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Daedra, M11Z, 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. All they need is 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 extra eliminations right there, and boom, they'll move up 6 places.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game, all right? 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place, from that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to $3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen,
here,
can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure to be here.
That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk, but I know Zeke is down on the floor with some notes for you all.
Thank you guys so much, man. What an awesome first 2 set of games from Sap and Zayt locking down the lobby to Zexro and Vinny just coming in super clutch. And of course, guys, you've been here. We got to see Ninja. He got to go ahead and commentate some games. So what I want to know from you is, have you guys had a good time? Have you enjoyed it? If so, let's just let me hear you. You know, that was so. Let's pretend I didn't ask. Have you guys been enjoying yourselves? That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, we've got quite a bit more games left to get through, but, you know, if you've been watching for a long time, you know I'm a big fan of everyone that loves Fortnite. It's all about bringing people together. And I like to say Fortnite fam, that's my thing. That's what I do. And you know, there's actually a lot of people from around the world that have come here to compete, to watch, to be part of all of this. And I thought, what better way to give back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at a video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen. So I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Hello Fortnite fam.
Fortnite 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
Привет Fortnite семья.
Jag har till Rio.
Kära Fortnite-folk. Jag är fan du Fortnite.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Fortnite 팬 여러분들.
안녕하세요.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Hey xOwn Fortnite fans.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Was geht Fortnite-Freunde?
冠军等着我们。
What's up Fortnite fam?
Yo, what's up Fortnite fam?
Are you trying to do the floss?
Sorry, I'm texting.
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
E aí galera do Fortnite.
What's up Fortnite fam?
G'day Fortnite fam.
Bonjour, comment ça va les fans de Fortnite?
G'day Fortnite fam.
Cheer off Fortnite fam.
What up boys?
That was even better than I thought it would be. Just embrace it. We, as a collective, are the Fortnite fam. Get used to it. We're here to stay. Now, guys, you know, there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we hop back into the next game. One of the things to kind of do if you're here or if you're at home, you've been watching, Ninja actually had a pretty dope hoodie, a World Cup kind of exclusive hoodie. Would you like one of those things? Would you like one of the crazy World Cup shirts that we have? You can totally get your hands on one. Head on over, retailroad.com. Get yourself a nice shirt. We've got some hoodies. We've got hats. We've even got the little drone that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone, so you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not ready for it. But there you go. There's some on your screen. Also, that drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through interviews. And that was, hey, when we get to New York, you're going to be in my hometown. Let's catch up and get a slice of pizza. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke, what about like everyone else? Why is it just Golden Boy? Well, he's a Golden Boy and he's selfish and he wanted the pizza off for himself. Get called out. That's right, now the world knows. But a few of those players actually took us up on the offer. They went out for some pizza. They had a night on the town. So let's take a look together and check this out.
New York City. We got the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Empire State Building, and the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. I couldn't be more excited about the greatest Fortnite players from around the world coming to my hometown to duke it out. But before the action started, I took World Cup qualifying players Aiden and Chinkin out to show them the Big Apple, starting with PC Gaming Cafe, Waypoint.
What's up, boys? Hey. Welcome to Waypoint. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right, fellas, let's go and grab a drink.
Let's go.
All right. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here in my hometown, New York City. Thoughts on it so far? Chinkin, we'll start with you.
Hot,
okay.
A lot of people.
Yeah, hot and a lot of people. I'm sorry, but also welcome to New York. That's kind of the way it is out here. Where are you from in Austria?
Austria, like I'm Near Salzburg.
And the population 40K. I think it was like 40,000 people in the train that you were in on the way here.
Probably. Like,
Yeah, so.
there was so many people.
Now, I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity, I would imagine, of your lives. You're going to be playing in front of a massive crowd. Is there a way, as a player, that you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it.
Yeah.
But try to like calm down, not get like nervous, not get shaky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we should be good. Like.
It's still crazy having like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel like I do better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and
Yeah.
I feel like I played better.
Okay, so gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out. All right, so now here we are in Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And I love the fact that we've conveniently set this up. I don't know what these pieces would symbolize.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Is it like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the L2 spam. Like.
Oh, you don't want to feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like, I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like, a team like that's gonna win. So
what you guys are going to experience this weekend, this is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars potentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
Even if it's not me, I'm thinking there's gonna be millionaires after this tournament. There's gonna be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
I try not to be, I'm not like greedy about it or anything. It's really nice to see like people that nobody know about and they could just blow up off of this.
All right, I'm gonna dive more into that, but I think it's time to get a slice of pizza.
Take you out for a good pizza.
We'll get some pizza.
To give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Say I won't, Bala. Say I won't.
And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you. You know, all the players, and they all ignored me, you know? So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, you know, open qualifiers.
Yeah.
You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm gonna enjoy my time here.
Yeah, we just try to like make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on the stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it gives just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all like the crowd, and I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger every event, so.
Fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you, but we're in the thick of things here in New York. So I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it.
New York's got everything, and this weekend, most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Good guy, golden boy. You gotta love him. You can't not. He's just the best, and it's really cool that he got to go out, hang out with Aiden, get some pizza, and, you know, just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is actually a dynamic duo that we want to talk to. We actually have Jordan Fisher standing by. He's going to be chatting with Nix and PFZin. These guys qualified back from the Brazilian region, and they've got some things to say. So, Jordan, let's go over to you.
Thank you, my friend. I've got Nix and PFZin here. Nix, you have been absolutely dominating in the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned, being the first Brazilian player to qualify for the World Cup. Can you talk to me a little bit about the dynamic that the two of you share as partners?
Nix, você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o PFZin costuma jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale. Right now, PFZ, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nyx, who is obviously a dominant player, you know, kind of helping him set up for a solid in-game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player like Nyx?
PFZ, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Nyx. Então, como é que é isso para você fazer esse lado mais balanceado da dupla?
Basicamente eu tenho uma role de suporte, então eu meio que fico nas backlines e ele vai na frente. Quando a gente tem o high ground, por exemplo, ele tem a função de ficar embaixo matando todo mundo e eu controlando o high ground. Basicamente é um lado mais estratégico, enquanto ele é o lado mais agressivo.
Basically, I have more of a support role. Whenever we're in high ground, I'm just more in the background, supporting him. Like he has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time. That has really, you know, just got me cranking my 90s on a regular basis. You know about that courage, right? Am I right? Back to you.
Whoa. Jordan, it's back to me. Come on, Courage, he's just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. You just see it. Also, big shout out to Nyx and PFZ. I actually chatted with Nyx very quickly. He walked up and was like, "Hi, I'm Nyx." And I'm thinking, this guy knows how to talk. So I talked a bunch of stuff, told him how much I loved him. Turns out he didn't understand any of it. So I had to get a translator and tell him that I love him. But that's how things go. Now, of course, guys, I know what you want. You want more games. We have 4 more on deck. So I think for now, we're going to send it back up to Golden Boy and Monster. They're going to get us into these games. So how's DJ Mike Realm? Play us in.
Huge shout out to DJ Mike Realm, spinning the 1s and 2s here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Golden Boy alongside Master D-Face, Boricua Boys back at it again, looking to bring you the fun as we have games 3 and 4 on deck. And so far, this has been one of the most exciting events I've ever been to. Game 1 was ridiculous. Game 2 did not disappoint as well, Monster.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back performances from Zane and Sap. And I mean, we honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contested, even Miz and Deidre, they were performing. We saw them cut it all the way through. And it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference in making it all the way through the top 10 and being a World Cup winner.
What I've loved seeing is that standings page, top 10, international, through and through. You got the Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are
faltan
to take
este juego y otros 3 más y ¿quién gana? A ver.
And being your Fortnite World Champions of Duos. Here we go.
Keep it going, Golden Boy, because we are jumping into game 3 as these cameras populate. Your favorite competitors are here. They've made it this far. It's the duo competition. If you were nervous before, hopefully they kicked the bucket over this little break here, and they're back and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny and Xexro won game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going.
Otra vez ganaron estos monos.
It's going to cut pretty much center of the map there. And Vinny and Xexro, I'm very happy that they're performing this well, Monster. This is a duo that had so much success. Even going into the World Cup qualifiers, we all were like, yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it. This is a duo that, hey, they could even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then tragedy struck is xOwn had a few problems with you know, arthritis and different things with his hands, and I'm make sure I'm getting that right.
Hola, Héctor.
Bienvenido, about that. Good to see them here showing up, man. That's huge.
I mean, that's what you expect of our competitive veterans, specifically xOwn, Vinny. They go back to as many of the LAN tournaments that we've seen, as does Zayt and Sap. But anyways, in here we have xOwn, KBB. He's going to take down Mexi. Is Scram close by? Is he close enough? And this is a battle going down in Snobby Shores. So off the rip here, we have players getting dropped. That's actually going to be our first elimination. Lucky for us to catch that one. But there's shots coming in from the Viking Island right up above. And he just kind of turns a corner, sweeps him up, catches that full elim there. So that's his now. We got a little toe-to-toe action here, Golden Boy.
Very rough situation to be in here, but xOwn now looking to engage in this one. Potentially here is going to have... We're going to go over to his POV now. Kind of get, it's a little wild, man. It's like just getting the bearings all together here, I think, for the players as well. That moment where they can just have that conversation. What are they going to do? How are they going to just implement their strategy going into the next game? What is that strategy going to be? Do you mix it up? Do you change your drop spots? These are things that are going to be so important for these players. The time that they can take to just communicate with one another. Now, Scram looking to be potentially in a world of hurt here. We heard from Nyx, PFZin earlier on. This is the Brazilian duo. I don't think they know that. Yes, Scram, they're going to be on the hunt for him, so they know that he's around here. They're just trying to sniff him out.
Yeah, and if you were in the players' lounge, you could feel the tension, specifically when we brought up the Brazilian duos, the Brazilian players. These guys qualified, and they qualified with heavy elimination. Nyx especially being one of our only players to like literally qualify as hard as you can in the, you know, for the weekend.
He was at it each and every week. You constantly saw him at the top every single time. It was so impressive, and also qualified for solo, so we'll be seeing Nyx tomorrow. And then you got Scram. He's got 2 eliminations, but he's just hiding this one out. He hears them making all that ruckus, all the noise around him. And Scram just does not want to give up his position. Perhaps he grabbed his teammate's reboot card. He's maybe looking for that play. The Nyx and PFZin, they have to have an idea of where he's going to be located here.
Yeah, he does not want to give up his position here. He's actually just hiding in the basement right now, hoping that these guys just kind of blow by like dust in the wind right here. As Nyx and PFZin, they think it's clear. They think it's all good because they came in and they just wrapped up one of the other players. They actually didn't initiate the battle against Mexi and Scram here. So Scram might just get lucky and be able to kind of sneak on by as he hears this powerhouse duo, this Brazilian duo, kind of loot their way through and make their way to the zone soon.
And loot they definitely will, because they're getting a lot of resources out of this. Scram over in the distance, he's going to be out of there, but now we're making our way over to the action. It's happening with 7SSK7. Got Spades and Crims now looking to push on for this fight here, potentially. Got some shots going off. Crims is going to play that overlook position, getting challenged there, and trying to use that advantage from the download, a little bit of that right hand, right? Just see if you can get a peek in there. Does get tagged up, Crims. Guy does back away there, does manage to build out. And Spades is going to force him out. There you go. So they're just right now playing for that positioning, and I like the fact that they're using these, you know, the natural high grounds, right? Get to the top, hold it down. Don't really focus too much on just trying to get in their face quite yet. Give yourself that moment of opportunity and really get a lay of the land, and then going for the engagement. Yeah,
absolutely. The best duos will try their best to isolate their opponents, really force them into, you know, very weird situations like this, force the 1v1s, and hopefully get those free shots and then pursue the push here. So again, look at how now they're split up again. So Spades and Crims are doing a great job here pressuring and isolating their opponents right now. And so far, they're definitely dictating the pace of battle here.
Yeah,
that's what they want to continue to do.
They're suffocating them. Plain and simple, right? Not letting them get any kind of movement there. I mean, Jamside and 7SSK7, they're having a conversation of what the play is. What is the movement going to be? But Crims and Spades are not going to allow them that opportunity to breathe. That's going to be the down there. Crims managing to knock down Jamside. He's looking for 7SSK7 around the corner, and that's going to be the elimination registered. Both players are going to be out of there. and a big win there for Crimson Spades.
What a clean push right there. Crimson Spades have so much to prove here because when they qualified, they were kind of looked down on like, wait a second, was it luck? Was it not? No, they're here to show it off and show why they're at the World Cup Finals. But now, hopping back with Miz and Daedra, we saw them have a great game one, came out top 10, and they're still in the running. They're in about the top 10 right now as well, based off of elimination. Not necessarily picking up too many placement points. They're heavily dependent on just piping up these players at these points of interest, and looks like Lucky Landers is theirs right now.
And they'll have that, but let's see. Miz and Daedra. They linger about it. I love the fact that you go to this hot spot here, so there is going to be a bunch of free items that you're going to be able to pick up on. Also, you're going to have that circle advantage. It's right there, so you don't got to worry too much. You can continue to focus on looting. High ground has been lost, though. Miz needs to be careful. Where's Daedra at? He's going to be right next to him, trying to get these angles.
So what they have to do, they have to stick together. Looking for the sound
Todavía no lo
right
vi aún y aquí no sé si murió o no.
Right here.
Ojalá que no. Bueno.
Low ground is definitely underrated. If you can just kind of peek out, catch a big shot, you're almost guaranteed a headshot, which is a big multiplier.
Yeah, players don't really think about that, right? Like you always see Fortnite players go after the high ground. That's the bread and butter for a lot of players that play this game. But you know better than most that the low ground can pay dividends for you if you know how to take advantage of that positioning, and maybe some overzealous players to try and get aggressive on you. You got Gustavo along with Wishy.
I'm actually very interested to see if Gustavo's going to lead this push here, because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, this Brazilian duo, Gustavo doesn't necessarily lead the pushes. It's Wishy. Wishy's the aggressive one here. So he has the ultimate high. He's always looking for the shot. What are they going to do is it's just a nice standoff.
Yeah, and that's this whole event, right? Players have just been very cautious about what they want to do. They are not trying to get too aggressive in these fights. They know what's on the line here. Millions in prizing is on the line. You do not want to make a bad decision. Be one of those teams that are eliminated out early on. But Gustavo's going to be putting shots down. Focusing this player, forcing him to actually build up. He has no builds to work with as well. 19 HP remaining, and just a hope and a prayer, but unfortunately for him, that was not going to be enough there. Gustavo's out. Wishy isn't going to happen for him either. And Miz, he's feeling it. That's going to be 2 elims for this duo.
You gotta love the snarky little smirk right there on his face when you get those 2 points.
Smirky.
Feels so good.
It's really good. It feels really good. And then Volks and Parpy. And look at this. Parpy actually dealing with this battle. And this other player that actually got the high ground against him was focus firing on Volks. Parpy pushing back here. I wonder, you get split up like this, but Volks and Parpy, they love playing a very aggressive style. They'll get in your face. They'll box you out if they need to.
Yeah, without a doubt, this duo was unmatched when it came down to eliminations in the qualifying rounds. They had the most, actually, and even pulled off a consecutive 5 victories in 8 games to qualify for one of the weekends. Volks and Parpy, another kind of reference to game 1. They had a great game 1. We saw them picking up duos, but we haven't seen them necessarily make it through the end game. All they have to do is kind of slow it down here, and that's what they're trying to do, but being split up is terrible.
Also, in the distance, I just want to make note, Wolfie's a very aggro controller player. He's another one. I think that we've seen a fun mixture of players that look to get that safe approach to the game, and then others that just want to take early fights, get some points early on, because maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like focusing so hard. Like if you get late game, that's great, but you do want to rack up a few eliminations. Look how low the points are that have been thus far in games 1 and 2. Get yourself a few elims and then maybe manage to make it to that top 15, which is very hard given how many players have stayed alive in this game. Games 1 and 2, we were at what, circle 5? Yeah, circle 5, I think. We were sitting at like 45, 46 players. They're just waiting for movement.
Yeah, and that's where that storm surge kicks in, right? Does damage to players. That's feel it back. But Crew and Chaplains, one of my picks to watch, had sort of been struggling in the format so far. I guess when the real pressure's on, the environment shifts, right? Everything changes.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the player to have to back away. Both players, well, respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out. Crew and Chapix having to get out of there, and they're going to use those, I believe, the shockwave nades to just fly on out of there. Didn't see the purple over their bodies there, but they were able to fly on out of that fight. Could have gotten real risky for them.
I was going to say, that was a respectful disengage. You only got 6 games here, 2 of which have happened.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
need big performances. They have to push towards placement and end game.
What the fuck, man?
Good on them to kind of back up, man. When you have stinkers, there's no defense against it. You get chunked down right through your builds. It really is annoying to go against. And speaking about the stinkers here, Epic Whale's under pressure right now, and that's just going to chunk him down. They force him off of the campfire, and we'll see if he returns to it. Yep, here you go.
Yeah, you're only going to get so much time with that campfire. Epic Whale along with 40R Storm. This is a week 10 qualified duo. Last moment you could possibly have it happen, and they managed to pull it off. Maybe this could be the game for them. Another dominating duo in the scene, Airwalks and Nikov. Airwalks winning the Pro-Am yesterday 2 times now. This is a whole new ball game. Best players in the world in this lobby. It's not going to be a cakewalk, and he knows that. It hasn't been the best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Yeah, and it was their last final games there. Notice the text right there. The fast track Airwalks and Nikov qualified for the Fortnite World Cup in their final 7 games. That's intense. They were struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying. If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or so like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put some pressure down, and it looks like his teammate has been traded out as well. He's already gone. Also going to see some eliminations over in the feed as well. You got Crew who just cleaned up on Volks, but Septic took out X-Mend. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so will be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has 1 elimination. Going to be looking to get as many points as possible. Now we're going to be sitting with 40 duos left alive. We're going into the next circle here in just a little bit. It's going to start to collapse. Salty Springs is going to be the point of interest for all of our players here. Got a lot of bodies that are going to be lingering outside. Some that are even as far out as Dusty Divot, like on the northern end of it, sticking around there. So maybe trying to get some last-minute loot, perhaps. We'll have to see. Here is Parpy looking for that peak. Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shockwave right there. He did try to sneak his way into the build. He takes the wall. What are you going to do with it? Crew's still looking for the replacement here. He gets it on land, takes the wall. 184! Crew's excitement, you can feel it from here. That was a huge shot.
¿Qué pasó, bichito?
Tactical shotgun, the legendary.
That's right. When you're feeling it, man. He went right for the fight. Ambitious, the young player there from Sweden, 15 years of age, man, and he's playing for millions of dollars. So many of these players, they're just young ones. We have a lot of young fans here in the arena today. Maybe next year this could be them. Then you got a few of the veterans. Zexro, Vinny, saw Nate Hill, as well as Funk Mongrel, Mitro, Aiden there in the corner of the screen. And back over to our Game 2 winners, Zexro and Vinny. No eliminations to their name thus far. I mentioned Wolfie's aggro controller player. He went right for Nyx and just take him out on that one.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Wolfie hopefully catch some more highlights before the weekend's over. Touch base with him. He's a great kid, definitely enthusiastic about being here at the World Cup, and he feels totally prepared. He's ready to represent. He's one of the few controller players who actually qualified for this weekend. This is a big weekend for a lot of players, obviously, clearly. Here you have Cease and Elevate. They haven't found the rhythm.
They've been a little quiet, man. They won WSOE, a great duo that has had success in the past, but this has just not been their game so far. Got to get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think I saw someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit mention, why is no one talking about Cease and Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that in order for us to talk about it, they got to start doing some things. And I think games 1 and 2 has not been their game.
Yeah, and I mean, we were there in the warm-up rounds. A lot of players were not necessarily revealing strategy, but Whoa, that's a huge shot on Ziff right there as Mitro sends one flying down the field right there.
Sent him packing. Dear me. All right, so back into the action at hand. We're going to have 36 duos left in this. Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fishy when he walked out, as well as Mr. Savage. For due reason, this is a stupendous duo. The double snipe combination from Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage.
Big shot right there. These double snipes, you gotta be careful. There's no standing still in a box here because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
Right.
Not quite successful that time around, but hey, all damage matters. Storm Surge, you want to be dealing damage. You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes at the World Cup.
Look what happened in game one, man. The Storm Surge claimed a lot of victims. You have to be engaging in fights. You cannot stay still. There's Fwexy and Letwick on the move. Nyrox right behind him. Cooler organization. Benji Fishy's going to be down. Just saw that one off on the side. Mr. Savage now having to deal with a player that had engaged on him. He's going to get built above. He just needs to wait this one out here, but Benji does get cleaned up. Yeah, that was going to be Fwexy.
And that was such a sneaky ambush right there. He used the shadow bomb, pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of over-peeking, harassing players with that sniper. You cannot hold down scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face, and that's why Benji goes down. And I love what Savage did here. He just went for high ground. He had to immediately get out of there and leave his duo behind. So what can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
It's not going to be easy. Not with a lobby like this. At this point in time, he's really just looking to play the keep away game. Maybe he can pick off a player with that heavy sniper, get an elimination for himself. They only have 1 point right now, and they're nowhere near getting the placement points currently. He's still looking to harass some players. Put some pressure on them. Now you see that half in, half out circle. Only 2 duels are going to be inside of there, so everyone's going to have to start to move over to that east side. It's going to be a struggle for so many players. They're starting to make the moves right now. They want to try and gatekeep, prevent these players from getting inside.
This is a team we want to watch right now during this rotation. Mongrel and Mitro.
En el Mongrel,
especially when they have mobility like this to cut across the field.
Bueno.
They are on the hunt right now, and there's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna pounce. They're gonna jump on that target.
Igual King parece que está jugando solo, man. El aún no sé qué hace, man, pero está re nervioso.
Saw it happen in scrims when we were looking at players just getting warmed up. So much at stake here, but there's the launch pad. It's going to go out now. Need to be wary of just get beamed in the sky. So many times you think that you're just going to be sailing away with no problem, not a care in the world, and then you just end up losing all of your shields, all of your HP, and then that's it. You're done.
I've seen it countless number of times. People tweet out, you know, you fly across, you get taken out the sky, but it's all about timing. Neither Mitro nor Mongrel were shot once on that rotation, and it was massively done right there. And whoa, it looks like they're tracking so beautifully. Catches someone trying to just kind of rotate on by in a shadow bomb, but that was not enough.
You were not safe from the shadows there, buddy. Another thing, too, was that when they were out of position for a brief moment, the way that they were able to just get back together, right? That patience with one another, the communication, you need to have it when you're getting down to these final moments. 25 duos are going to still be standing here. You got Calculator and Macwood. They're going to have that high ground up above. You shouldn't be comfortable just yet, because anything can happen here. Look at where that next circle is going to be going. Moves need to be made.
With that RPG, I mean, they can basically take high ground at any given moment. Nor choose. Calculator looking around, already on 4 eliminations for Macwood. Macwood did say he's the fragger of the duo. We'll see if Calculator can keep up right now. I am just poking good fun because Calculator loves to talk a big game on the social medias.
He really does, man. He's a character without a doubt. But right now, there's no fun and games to be had. This is game 3 of the Fortnite World Cup Finals. It's time to put up or shut up for a lot of these players.
Look at that, wasting no extra mats. They do not waste more than they have to.
This was earlier on. An elimination onto Mongrel and Mitro. There you have it. Out of the game once again. That duo, European powerhouse. Gonna pay there to Dubs and Mega.
So far, so good. Macwood, again, just holding this positioning right here. He is going to get blocked out with his teammate accidentally, but it's all good. This is still his ground to control right now. They have clear control of the skies here.
And they have a ton of builds to work with as well,
Sí, amigo.
4 eliminations.
Juega una banda.
Great game for him thus far. That's
Sí, que mató un gran.
He's gonna be taking some shots. Has to be careful there. There you can see the lay of the land.
Amigo, mirá todos esos monos.
Thresholds will be divvied out soon. There goes the Storm Surge already ringing down on players. Jay has to make a big move. Doesn't matter. Zayt is going to wrap up rope here as Keys goes down as well. And the shots are flying. And you can just look at the overhead, the chaos that's going on in the mid-ground specifically.
And look who's still in this, Saf. They're going to be in first place. If they keep this going, another dominant game for them, another high-placing game could be the difference maker to keep them in that first place position.
Sí, la gana el toque.
Putting down shots yet again, not giving play.
¿Sabes cómo te creo? Para. No hice nada. ¿Qué hace el calculator y el Markwood ahí arriba, boludo? What the fuck?
Play defense. He has to disengage. And there's Saf, who just lost his teammate safe. Now he's going to be running this one solo. And then up above, it's Macwood and Calculator. This whole
no lo ganó ni con nadie.
3 eliminations from that whole exchange, Monster.
That's exactly where you want to be. They're still putting this pressure down. And Saf is looking for one, but it's Vinny who's going to take them out right there. So Vinny's going to find his first elimination. And he has so much help. He is in the game right now. All by himself because xOwn is down. And now Oslo, Bad Sniper, one of the few duos that are still left in this game right here. Arkham somehow, with a masterful rotation, he's still in as well. Bad Snipers at 11 eliminations with Oslo here.
Wow, unreal stuff. Bad Sniper is going to be out of this one. Macwood and Calculator still owning the high ground. On the mid, down below, Dubs and Mega, one of the premier duos here at the Fortnite World Cup Finals. Could they get the high ground and wrestle the control away from Calculator and Macwood? Oslo waiting for Vinny. You can see that engagement down low, but we got to focus on what's going on above here because Macwood and Calculator, they have their eyes on Dubs and Mega, and they do not want to give them that freedom to dictate where they want to go. They want to try and pinch them. Arkham just eliminated Vinny on that, and it's going to be Oslo and Arkham down low, but you're going to have a clash, a 2v2 in the high and in the mid ground, and Dubs and Mega feeling that pressure, needing to just dial back here, wait a minute, because I think what they're doing is they're just trying to see if they're going to run out of builds potentially. I mean, the play here certainly has just been defense, defense, defense.
Yes, that's right. Oslo's now left by himself. All he has to do is time this firefight, so long as he doesn't bother them. But Dubs and Mega try to go for the high ground and make a fatal error. They fall to the low here, Golden Boy.
This isn't looking good there. Mega and Dubs, they have the low ground, the ultimate low ground. Oslo's going to be outside.
¿Qué hizo? ¿Qué hizo?
That's the victory royale. Macwood pops in game 3.
7 kills, man.
2 for Calculator, 9 total, plus the victory royale. 19 points for that duo. Crushed it.
There was just something about the loadout. Seeing that RPG once they already were holding the best point, the high ground.
No te lo puedo creer, no te lo puedo creer.
Pressure, and that's what Macwood did there.
The fuck?
7 eliminations. Hey, shout out to Calculator too. He got a couple at the end.
Yeah, he had his back. Most importantly, Dubs and Mega constantly playing that defense.
La otra sacando fotos.
Macwood and Calculator for the way that they continue to apply the pressure, and then it was the shock sending them down low, forcing them into that engagement. Credit to Oslo now, who threw traps instantly to see maybe he can get a cheeky trap elimination. Didn't work out for him there, but a top 3 placing for him. Certainly got to be happy with that one. And then it came down to the final moment when Calculator and Macwood together were able to push his player with their combat shotties. Boom, that's the game. And look how happy they were there.
So good, gotta love their reactions.
Qué mierda les pasa, man.
What a game that was. Had a little bit of a slow ramp up, you know, but that's what Fortnite will do to you. You're just talking, you're having a conversation about where the positioning is going to be, and then out of nowhere, boom, you're in the action, you're in the fight, and things start to get wild. Great game there for Macwood and Calculator. Calculator winning on the world stage, man. Look at that. Eat your heart out, Reddit.
I gotta say, you know, I'm sure he's proved a lot of people wrong, and you have to respect it.
Yeah.
But Golden Boy, I want to see where we stand here.
Where are we right now? So at the top, it's still going to be Saf and Zayt, but 30 points. They have that victory royale from game 1 and 16 eliminations.
No.
Second place, looking pretty. No victory royales for them thus far. You saw XOwn Calculator and Mac with that jumped up to 6th place. They have 22 points total, 12 eliminations in that game.
No la ganan más. La hundió el coso, boludo, la puta madre. Ya te cagamos. Perdimos la mundial.
They just had one great pop-off game, and suddenly they're in the running here. It is anyone's game in the top 10 because you have to be consistent. And again, there's always those wild cards, those pop-off moments. And here's a look
amigo, no somos ni top 20. No. No. Qué hijo de puta, boludo. Tan malos somos. Que la concha de... No. Como siempre los argentinos tenemos la mala leche. La puta madre.
But for the folks that are going to be sitting in the top 10 right now, they're going to be feeling very nice about their current standings.
Que hasta top, no. A partir de, o sea, te ponen los primeros top 20 y después te ponen lo último que son los monos. Y al final cuando termina todo el juego, los primeros, los segundos y terceros son los que se llaman mayor premio y los siguientes top hasta el top no sé cuánto se llaman $20,000. Qué hijo de puta.
Tapping in that nail on the coffin. Such a well, please pardon the pun, I have to say, calculated game here from Calculator and Macwood. Guys,
qué malos que somos, boludo, qué malos que somos.
Dominated high ground, seemingly all of that in game there. Walk me through that process of getting that high ground.
Para,
Outer circle.
Nada.
Fourth zone, I think it is, and we were able to use our mats to build up. We were
Argentina queda top 13 y nah. No sé, si aún se pone las pilas, puede, man. Pero si no, no puede, man. O sea, a mí se me hace que King está jugando solo, boludo.
Strategy, maintaining thus far. You guys have a very calculated and very patient game, seemingly leading all the way up to the end of the end game. Right, walk me through your strategy for the end of the next 3 games.
Shoot them in the head.
Shoot them in the head. You heard it here first. Back to you, GV and Monster.
Calculator gets one opportunity to show the world his prowess and knowledge of Fortnite. He just says shoot them in the head. You gotta respect it.
You know, some people, it's just that simple. And, hey man, maybe he's just wired that way, right? We're all wired a little differently. Calculator has clearly got his head on his shoulders. He's ready to just shoot things.
O sea, yo le tenía más, literalmente, le tenía más, más cosas, más... ¿Cómo sería? No me sale la palabra. Le tenía más esperanza a Own que a King. Aunque los dos jugaban así, pero qué sé yo. Sentía como que Own era mejor jugando. Pero amigo, me recontra coso, boludo, la puta madre. Me recontra esta forma. Por ahí está re nervioso. Porque quién no mierda está nervioso ahí, boludo. A mí me tiembla todo. ¿Qué onda con ese holograma del cofre, man? ¿Qué pasó, Lucho? Mira, amiga, boludo, parece que está jugando costado. Sí, con 10 millones de personas viéndote, me parece que sí. Mira cómo se lo mató el Mitro. Nah, lo que juega. Juega re tranca. Sí. Parece que está en la casa, boludo. Y no ganaron por poquito, boludo. Este mono le pegó con una banda, no sé si el Oslo. Le pegó un... ¿Qué top está aquí? Ni top 20. Así que ya estoy diciendo eso. No somos ni top 20, boludo. Qué paja, boludo.
The question is, in the last half, the last 3 games, will they be able to keep it up? Will NA stay on top? Will Serpent and Hype represent Oceania and upset the apple cart? I'm about ready to see some hype myself. Let's throw it back inside for the last 3 games, gentlemen.
Es que los únicos, tipo, el hispanos está el King, el Own y el Berwen, el coso es el español, boludo. No me acuerdo, mierda se llama. Es muy raro, man. Pero son buenardos los ingleses. Aparte, supuestamente dicen que los periféricos ellos se los pueden llevar, pero por ejemplo a Skurlot no lo dejaron llevar los periféricos. O sea, tipo que... Y un mexicano, sí, hay un mexicano, es verdad. No me acuerdo cómo se llama. Y a todos los fanáticos de Face.
A great day. Really, there's nothing more that you could possibly say about it. And as I had mentioned before, the pricing, the money that these guys are battling it out for, this is it.
Mira. Ah, no, pará. ¿Por qué ganan más que antes, boludo? Ah, no sabía esto. Bueno, son 3 millones. Primero 3 millones, segundo 2, tercero 1 millón, cuarto 1,5 millones. 900 millones.
When you get into 10th place, that's where you really start to rack up the coin. But game 4 now about to begin. Here we go, folks. Let's see who's going to come out on top. We've had 3
tremendas PCs tiene.
Our top performers have been consistent through and through. Are we going to see a repeat winner? Are we going to get a new one to add to the list? It's now time. The battle bus is loaded up. Let's start game 4.
And you know what? Every game so far, we've seen a new winner. I love that. Same thing with the Pro-Am. There was always some new duo showing that, hey, we've been playing this game, we're ready to take the...
El King está re tranca, mientras que el Own está re nervioso, man. Se le nota, está en el frente del monitor ahí re hacia adelante, bro.
I know it sounds like a cop-out answer, but I'm very real with you all. I have no freaking idea because it truly is up. It's up in the air. This is a battle royale game. At any point in time, you can have Macwood and Calculator just having the game of their lives in game 3, and now look, boom, they're going to be sitting in the top 10. How do you even predict that?
¿Cuántas partidas faltan? Creo que faltan 2.
Anyone with good logic can clearly put their money on people that have had prior
fueron señores estos nenes. Para mí King es el que más está haciendo, pero qué sé yo. Por ahí le agarra lo pro al Own. Se pimbas los carretos. ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo están los argentinos? Ni top 20 estamos, boludo. La puta madre. Che, bueno. Estamos para el orto ahora. O tienen que remontarla, que aún se tiene que poner las pilas, o si no el King tiene que farremear con el Own ahí. Y bueno, la verdad que tenemos que hacer así, porque si no, no se puede, amigo. ¿Qué hacen estos monos yendo pisos? Estamos mal, boludo, estamos mal.
Volks get traded out, but it wasn't just like an easy trade. They were actually winning the engagement up until that point, just showing that they have the skill. And that's the OCE region, right? One of the most feared regions here at the qualifiers, because of the fact that you just had to get a ton of elims. You had to be #1 in the region.
When talking to players, I would ask them, what are you looking to avoid?
Opa.
And every time, if it was, you know, the NAEU players, they would say, I'm just trying to avoid OCE or Brazil. I don't want to have to deal with that.
Seguramente caen en lo más lúgubre los monos Stalking y el otro. Pues si no, no sé dónde caen.
You saw Scarlet and Bell in that first game. I truly thought they were gonna take the whole thing. It was so close.
Even Sinnoh in the Pro-Am yesterday, another top player.
He finished second.
Finished second. And he was just I know it's a Pro-Am.
Tan malo ese XOwn. No es malo. Sino que está jugando mal seguramente por los nervios. Imagínate tantas personas viéndote, boludo. Y es tipo como que no da. Pero bueno. Se tiene que poner las pilas porque si no cagamos.
Once again with Spades and Crims, it seems like just a constant for them. They cannot seem to win out on this fight. Crims is going to be down though, so the advantage could be going in the favor of Jamside and 7SSK. Spades going to have the high ground, now having to deal with a 1v2. Does he have what it takes to pull this one off? He doesn't own that wall. He has no more builds to work with as well. They're going to push out, and Spades couldn't deal with it, and that's going to be the win there for those two.
You would think for Jamside and SSK, like, hey, you know, we've been landing here, haven't been successful. Do you mix it up? They say, nah, I'm going to stick to my guns here. Because everyone's a winner, regardless.
Sí, parece que se puso CK, pero versión S. ¿Qué onda? ¿Por qué todos los representantes y todo eso están detrás de Mungra, hermano? Siempre que lo ponen a Mungra, le están 20 personas detrás del boludo. O si no son fotógrafos, hay un pibe re grandote ahí, tipo como su abogado, boludo. Okay.
Love this dual perspective right now. Mongo's actually looking for a side angle. He's going for the offense, pushing out.
Está Mitra ahí.
Is he tracking this player down? It's really hard to tell. They're getting into, really just going deeper into Neo Tilted. If you hang on the outskirts or by the slips, you're at huge risk for getting dived onto. It looks like they say, you know what, we're just going to continue to push on through. Those guys dive off, and those markers are actually the trackers. They say, hey, they're going this way. Mongo still wants a piece of this.
Keeping up with where players are moving in the crowded Neo Tilted, a new area that was introduced just a little while ago. Some players made Tilted Towers their home. This was a drop spot for so many.
Mira la skin que se puso.
Ever since it changed, you started to see players second guess whether or not they wanted to go to the new Tilted. Talking to Aiden earlier, actually when we went out to go get pizza and stuff, he had mentioned like Tilted's just a whole different beast now. You know, just not something that he really would want to deal with. That's why you don't really see him going that way anymore.
Yeah, it's just a different lay of the land. As things start to shift, different comforts kind of tend to evolve and whatnot here. But we have Twiz in cover H looking for a push down right now, and they have the positioning, they have the high ground, and it's just a matter of, do we want to dive down? They don't want to give up their angle. They know this duo below them have a flint knock. Flint knock can do so much damage if you peek.
¿Qué onda, man? Parecen hermanos. Tienen la misma ropa, me da miedo, boludo. Parecen hermanos, boludo. O por ahí son hermanos y me estoy recontra cagando. Pero mío. Tienen la misma ropa, boludo.
Crazy to think there's 89 players in the lobby and 48 duos, so a lot of disengages, a lot of solos out there right now. Keenstar and Hunter looking to defend themselves right now, and it's just a cat game right here, cat and mouse game. What are they going to do? They actually shockwave on out of there, and into the slip they go. They're out. They're trying to get away. That was a shadow bomb right there, and he's gone.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that.
Yo quiero que gane un Nah, yo quiero que gane un y King, boludo.
Nix gets knocked by Zexro.
Faltan 2 partidas, boludo. Esta y otra más.
It looks like
Porque son 5 días. Son diferentes torneos. El anterior era el torneo Pro Am y este es el torneo Duo Finals. Tiene como una pinta de seco, pero más gordito, más raro. Por el pelo, man.
Just really pushing them away from here because you got to get to that safe zone. Don't want to have to deal with the storm, obviously. It's still early games here.
Está con Miss. Murió King, no sé, bola. Porque siempre cambian de perspectiva y no se ven si muere alguien o no. Y por ahora no lo vi. Ok, victoria 10 puntos, segundo 7 puntos. Tenemos que estar para el orto para tener menos de 9 puntos. El King es el único que se hizo 6 kills.
Cover H looking to shut this bad boy down. In comes the stinkers. Is it going to be enough though? The pressure is so real right here.
Quiz and Cover H doing it not only for themselves, doing it for New Zealand, their families, and everyone watching them at home. And that is going to be one elimination through. I saw that one pop
No tiene material, boludo.
The challenge comes in.
Lo quería trampear, ¿no? No sé.
Total Twiz gets them both.
Tried to get out there and play the trap play, but it was not enough. 7 SSK and Jamside have rotated in from Paradise Found.
Oh no.
Oh no, down comes the build.
Oh no.
They should be close enough. Yeah, he is going to be able to catch himself and a build battle goes off, Golden Boy.
Cover H is going to be down. Jamside. 7 SSK7. You're looking at Jam's perspective here. Going in for the fight.
Again,
Farley. It's going to be Jam and 7 SSK7 that get the better of the boys from New Zealand.
They found their stride coming into game 4 so far, and that means they're in the running right now. 4 elims is enough to put you on just about page 2, top 20, and we talked about it. If you can make it to that top 20 bracket, you're still in the running so far because there are several more games left before this thing is over here. This calculator finds himself very high in the sky right here. He's got a nice little base, and they're just waiting.
Yeah, waiting it out. Norwood's going to be beneath them. And those are the players that were forced.
Oh
no. Starting to hear the explosion. Knocking him out.
Wow, he actually sent a shot when the explode came in and hit Cease with that? What? How was Cease knocked right there?
Nos vimos en casa.
When it comes to Fortnite, you never know what you're really going to expect here. Players will always pull something out of the hat and surprise you each and every time. I was looking over at Macwood, who's playing defense, calculator. Now really having to deal with 2 players angling shots at him. Macwood back into a fighting position, a fighting posture to help his buddy out.
And it's so unfortunate because they were just about to push to seal the deal and elevate there, and that third party up on the mountain ruined that push.
Slows things down. Elevated Seas having to deal with the stinkers. Will be moving out of the fight now.
I love it right there. He uses the stinkers to back him off, and since he doesn't take friendly damage from it, he pushes right into enemy territory here. He's so offensive. He's on the enemy traps.
Oh, man.
Macwood gets owned right there.
Not what you want to see after winning game number 3, but Elevate and Cease, we mentioned them before. They just need that moment to pop off so everyone here in New York can see what they're capable of. Such a great duo, but now having to deal with another fight. To Elevate. What a shot there.
Me caí todo con la trampa, boludo.
Sending him packing.
Calculator did a great job, though. He did win his straight off against Cease. Ronaldo and Zip are just nearby, though. Looks like they've heard the commotion. They're getting closer. It's Norwood. Norwood's lurking about. He was like, you know what, getting closer, trying to see what he can do here. And Zip's going to fall down here because of the shockwave.
Yeah, Norwood was the one down low, hearing all of the action happening. Zip and Ronaldo now in front of us. They managed to get this wall, just get ownership of it, but the ramp is going to be placed, giving him time to wiggle out of that moment of time.
And Norwood actually used all of his shockwaves there to disengage.
Yeah, it's not really worth it by herself, evidently. Oh, man. And that's Norwood. Norwood tried.
He didn't get farmed.
He did not get far at all, my friend, but there's the other duo right in front of him. Zip and Ronaldo have him in the sights. Ronaldo's going to be on the other side now. Engaging in the fight, not taking any damage.
Such a good job, though. Good job by Zip here to come in and back up his teammate right now. He is trying desperately to get to his teammate here. This is great teamwork. Now they have the pinch lined up, and the trap is down. That's a siphon for Elevate right there.
That siphon could be the difference maker for him. Zip doesn't have any shields. He's to take a moment to just pop the minis.
It's a little bit of a reset here.
He's still in this too, so he didn't get knocked. He's not full eliminated yet.
Which is rough. You don't convert the Elim, you don't get the point either here. As Elevate is doing a great job on defense, but the Campfire heals down players as well. This is actually really, really smart of them to sit on the Campfire right now and just wait and buy time. Always looking to set up the phase through right there, trying to get through the build. Some shockwave comes out and close but no cigar.
Such an intense fight.
Oh, le cagaron el combo, que hijos de puta ahora. No.
There you see him right there along with Red Rush. And then Zip down low on this island using not only the
cagaron el combo.
This metal that he had just built up for himself to get out of this.
Zip is the target of the server at the moment, as everywhere he moves, he cannot seem to catch a break, but he is going to find a little bit of that high ground real estate right here and hopefully ease up the burden, but nope, has to change layers again.
Lo que juega.
And now let's go ahead and take a look.
Oh! And Zip is out of here. Funk, it's... I could have sworn I saw Funk there, but no, I think it was, that was Elevate. Apologies, that was Elevate that did get that.
But the secure was there. Moving on now, taking a look at the other side of the map. We have Stompy and Shinken still in the game. Mongra and Mitro, Benji and Savage, Aqua. All of these duos, very, very powerhouse duos here. Close by right now.
4 eliminations for Benji Fishy. 36 duos remaining.
Ojalá.
Unas
ganas de que ganen ahí de la nada, mío. Dale, porfa.
Nothing that these guys can't handle. Oh, a lot of open air though. Lots of open air.
Benji's at 4 eliminations here.
He's been having a good game. They've been playing well.
Playing very good. 4
Elims. Just the final moments, right?
This early in the game to have 4 Elims is actually huge, and I love what they're doing right now, just fishing for damage, because Storm Surge, you never want to be under the pressure of the Storm Surge. They know that with 50 players in the lobby, dependent on the zone, Storm Surge will activate, excuse me. So Force Stinkers is the perfect tool, perfect utility to have.
Can take some damage down on any of these players, getting comfortable inside of a box. Now looking at this, got Vinny down low. Vinny Campfire. Saw Aiden and Sean there too. Had a few good moments for Aiden and Sean. It hasn't really been their event so far. 6 elims.
It's insane. Having 6 eliminations already. Take a look at this stat right here. Damage dealt, 842. The match average, every other player on average, 176. That's not even enough to take out a player with shield and health. So they're doing a lot of work on this lobby right now, and they are here to play. Looks like they're going to find themselves another spot. This is actually an interesting spot, but it's all good because they have launch pads. They can get up and over this cliff lip right here, and they're backside safe, so all they have to do is protect their forward angles.
I understand we did get some moments of Mongrel earlier on as he's trying to see where players are going to start to make some moves. Let's go ahead
¿Quién estaba mirando la feria, el mono?
Come back and see where they are currently.
Lo que juega.
Nice! Oh my god, nice!
Lo que juega. Lo que juega.
And that's why this is one of the best duos.
No,
Way to clutch up in those moments, man. The nerve nerves. They have to be shaking there. But Mongrel just a steely stare. Love it. Love to see it.
Get out there and get yourself a duo that's gonna clutch up for you today in the Fortnite game.
You don't need him.
That's right. You heard him. He said we're gonna win, loud and confidently. Mongrel and Mitro are here.
And they're here to win this game. That's the mission. But everyone else.
Está re loco como un gran más. Empezó a gritar. ¿Quién no grita en ese momento, man? Lo grita toda la cuadra. Que me rompa las bolas, yo lo denuncio con mis 7 millones de pesos que voy a ganar. A ver. Double taps con el mega. ¡No! Me lo mataron al Queen. Me lo mataron al King, boludo. La concha de tu madre. Todavía sigue vivo el Lawn. Nah, ahí está el Lawn. No, me lo mataron al King. Concha mi vieja. Fuck, está relagado, man. No, me lo mataron.
This was from the high ground. This time they'll be right in front of them. The action has cooled though. They can take a moment to reset.
Definitely did cost a fair amount of metal right there. Mega now on 300 metals, trying to inch his way to that fence nearby. Just doing a little bit of a material swap right there. Back to Mr. Savage and Benji.
Vamos, Zone. Ponete la 10.
So good for pressure plays.
Spread out a few of those materials.
Ponete la 10. Dale, dale, dale.
Potential movement. Snaking is what you would hear players often mention. They tunnel out, give them coverage. You need a lot of materials for that. Then the artillery strike from up above, a new item that was added. You can build around and give yourself.
Remonta la Gil.
So really it's just waiting it out rather than having to move out of the blast area. 5 elims from Mr. Savage.
Concha de tu madre, dale, ¿por qué te morís? Ah. La puta que te parió. Dale. Ay, la reconcha de mi madre. La puta madre. Concha del mono. Ahora Logic. Ah, qué hijo de puta. ¿Qué hincho? No, nada que ver. Ah, la puta madre.
I just saw Saf get dropped. Zate's going to be separated from his teammate there across the side, and that is the circle.
Bueno, ¿quién queda, man?
It's going to be open air, open space for them, so the ballers
queda el Midra, pero para.
This is it. It's
Se
coming
metieron
down to the
tormenta.
final moments monster for a lot of these players. The
Se murió.
pressure's on.
Yeah, Saf has already been taken out.
Murió el dúo de 15. Murió el Lawn. Concha del mono, qué paja, boludo. Da igual, desde que estoy viendo el directo casi nunca lo mostraron aquí en EON. No, lo mostraron al principio, en las primeras partidas más o menos. Rodri. Qué sé yo, más o menos. En la primera partida, lo último, cuando murió Own, quedó King solo y ¿cómo se llama esto? Y empezó a jugarla re bien, tipo se estaba haciendo 6 kills. Mientras que el Lawn estaba muerto, boludo. Ah, puta madre. Boludo. Mal ahí. No la remontamos ni en pedo, boludo. Pero fue. Por lo menos que se queda en un top superior al 20, boludo. Bueno, inferior no sería, mejor dicho. Que queden top 17, 15. Lo mío, ¿cómo? No sé qué hacen, boludo. Siempre creo que hacen la misma ruta siempre, boludo. Y se ve que mueren a cada rato. Siempre a lo último, boludo. Oh, ¿quién queda? Aqua, Nitrox. Bueno, Nitrox. Falconer, no lo conozco ninguno, la verdad. El rojo, no sé. A ver, man. Mal ahí. Sí, por eso. Muestran a los que siempre, a los de Face, a los de Energy. Siempre a los mismos, man. Es obvio. La concha de mi madre, faltan 2 partidas más, boludo. 2 partidas más, sí.
He's gonna put all the splashes down. Is that the decision right there to commit? Looks like the shockwave is gonna cause an eruption in the high ground. And now they're in the zone. What's gonna happen here? This is so close.
Pero dale, tarado, tírate de abajo. Decí que tenés buena precisión porque si no perdías, tonto. Oh.
Huge shockwave play in the final moments right there. It's going to propel him to the high ground and allow him to work top down.
Sí, porque es latinoamericano, Joco. Porque es Fortnite España. Muestra casi todos los norteamericanos. Latinoamericanos, perdón. Pero qué sé yo, man. No es que sea fan, sino que es porque para quedar bien con estos giles, boludo. Porque siempre hacen referencia a los norteamericanos, a los canadienses, a los rusos, esto, bueno, a los polacos, pero nunca a los argentinos. O sea, es tipo como que somos escoria con la Brasil, man.
Stompy, Jinkin have talked about Aqua and Nyrox as players to look out for. They're scary competitors on the scene, and good to see them take a victory royale.
Yeah, in EU, right? So we've had 2 NA, 2 EU now, you know, getting a little scrappy.
Si gana la siguiente puede que quede un top bastante lindo, pero qué sé yo, man. Tiene que hacer una verdadera bestia para cosas ahora. 40 puntos, eso no me lo hago nunca. 18 kilos, para 18, siempre queda top 2 o top 15 por ahí y bueno. Hola, Franco. Qué paja. ¿Por qué somos tan malos? ¿Por qué somos tan malos? ¿Por qué somos tan malos? Mira, por lo menos tenemos a un Slackis ahí, 23, el Borwin, y después nosotros estamos en la loma de los heads. Mongrel, ¿qué top es? No me fijé. What the fuck? Estamos bajando fuerte. Man. No te diría que esto parece un mundial, boludo. Encima tiene toda la Argentina en...
A massive shift for EU here. We all know that shockwave grenades can absolutely shift the balance of in-game, especially allowing you to propel yourself up and work your way top down to dominate and control what was the most exciting final moments of in-game here today. What is your
plan going into these
Tremendo
logo, pero
a lot kind of hanging in the balance here, right? There's a big momentum shift for you, and you have the opportunity to kind of go any direction that you want. What's your plan?
Our plan is
just to keep going what we're doing right now, just landing our spot and going for
tremendos ojos azules o grises, bro. Amigo. Tremendo cofre de qué ninja. Ni está, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think these competitive players know best, and stubbornness.
La vieja no entiende nada, pero está con los hijos ahí. Dijo, güey, ya fue. O por ahí juega Fortnite, vos que sabes, hola. Imagínate una familia jugando Fortnite, nada. Mañana quiénes están las de solo, no sé, lo van a decir después. O creo que ya lo pusieron, no sé.
Of a game like this. Now I do understand we have Bala standing by to break it down and what we saw in game 4. Bala.
Yeah, well, Aqua and Nyrox definitely showed up here today, and the resurgence of EU is.
Mío, sacate el micrófono en la boca, por favor. Sacate el micrófono en la boca, por favor. Parte mía como 3 metros, trepe. Me parece, ¿no?
GB, you were talking about early game engagements. This is one that's been going in the duo of Mongo and Mitro's favor against Skeptic.
Mira Mitro.
In Neo Tilted Towers. The
Tremendo
pressure here for Mitro to find out exactly where the first player is.
La abuela nona.
Then targeting on both. They try to get into the same box at the same time. They go down and just continue pushing forward. Mongo and Mitro, the second time that they win this engagement here today. It's not stopping. They continue forward onto Volks and Parpy and just try to hunt down everything. There Clicks is trying to escape as well. And then this snipe here from Mitro. He actually, not only did he hit that, and they get right into it onto Zexro, he hit
es que fue tipo
right before this, so
en la generación de nuestra generación seguramente va a ser así, man. Tipo un juego que sea famoso y de repente va a jugar padre e hijo, como Bats Beast. Por ejemplo, juegan padre e hijo ellos. El nenito está empezando a jugar en una banda, no sé cuántos años tiene. Bats Beast juega cheto, pero amigo, el nene está metiendo de gana.
Sorry, 8 eliminations total before they fell, not before earning placements points though. So this game, not only did they take out Vinny and Zexro, which were in 3rd place, they stopped them from accruing any more placement points, so they are inching their way closer. They're now in 4th place. They actually have the most elims out of everybody in the tournament so far on 20. So with 2 more games to go, we're going to see where
Grita una banda, Mungra. Está re feliz. Así que no puede putear, porque si no sabe cómo putea todo el mundo. Entre comillas no puedo putear. No puedo decir ninguna mala palabra porque quede bien, porque si no te imaginas.
It's happening, right? Now, there have been a lot of duos that have been the talk of the town, but one duo in particular that have a lot of fans excited.
Con que aquí no quede último, soy feliz. No sé, lo que quede en último, tremenda cagada. Pero por lo menos quedamos top, creo que 14 con Chihuahua y Cos y Robles. Nada, tremendas PC. No.
Yeah, go. I just think we're on another level. Behind you. Double RPG, 3, 2, 1, go.
Absolute destruction there.
This dual partnership has changed our lives. We've been able to accomplish so much more together. He encourages me, I encourage him.
Ojo, una banda el Vinci ese. ¿Qué top quedó? Quedó top 20 y pico. Con esas Wallace. No se escribe así Wallace. ¿O sí? No se escribe así Wallace. Wallace es el meme, es el meme turbio, tipo ponías un meme turbio y de repente aparecía el pibe mirando por el costado.
just play Fortnite. We play other games when we just want to have fun.
Imagina tener una gaming house.
A lot of the same interests. He's always really humble. I love his personality.
Te veo bolas. No, no la conozco ahora.
Alright, yeah. Alright,
I'm too good for you.
Oh, there's a guy northwest of me. He has an RPG on.
Man, se ve a 30 FPS. No sé vos. Pero se ve a 30 FPS.
Mechanical skills, good chemistry, and communication.
Hey, what's funny? What's one? Let's go, dude! Everybody knew in the community that Savage was one of the best players in the world. Really well, so he makes really good calls.
Come here, boy.
Benji's just so insane at just eliminating people.
Benji Fishy is dialed in right now.
He just follows me perfectly. He fills in the gaps that I can't fill in.
You'd think a fish out of water would be.
Cómo le gusta el pescadito a los monos,
Not today.
Reconferencia.
People would definitely
Re plata tiene.
see some fishes running around Happy Hamlet.
You'd think fishes weren't really that scary, but Fortnite, it's quite the opposite.
Cosita.
We're in a really good state right now as a duo.
It's just crossing the league. I think there's people on the other side.
We're playing super well.
Players, they continue to go down like flies.
We've been practicing. It's really nice to, finally be able to
Prove ourselves.
Savage.
I think we're just going to show people how good we are.
Vamos, Kim. Espero que la gane,
Hey, look at that right there. Some fans of Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy. They were diabolical in the online qualifiers. Maybe, just maybe, with these last two games, they could pull it up and get themselves into top 3, maybe even
Yo, antes que eso, voy a... Una vez que cree mi PC mierda, boludo, porque... yo me quiero salir de la PS4, tipo, no me gusta la PS4, nunca jugué bien en la PS4. Así que prefiero jugar con teclado y mouse. Pienso que por lo menos voy a hacer algo bueno, ¿no? Pero, qué sé yo, man. Por eso, amigo, yo lo juego mucho antes de que las personas... o sea, por ejemplo, qué sé yo, PewDiePie o otras cosas empiecen a jugarlo. Yo ya sabía porque, no sé si conocen a Alex el Capo, empezó a subir boludeces así y había puesto una información de la 1.14 y yo dije, nah, en serio, me fui a jugar y yo juego de hace casi 3 meses o 2 meses jugando eso antes de que se vuelva famoso, man. 9 minutos, sí, la puta madre, hola. Yo quiero jugar con mouse. Man, tremendo nazo. Boludo. What the fuck. Obviamente, yo también juego hace banda. Yo juego desde que tenía 7 años. Pero qué sé yo, man. Después no tuve la oportunidad de jugarlo y ahora tengo como la oportunidad de jugarlo y bueno. Por ejemplo, en mi segundo canal yo transmito cosas. El Minecraft. Si tiro un moco quedas plastificado. Mal, amigo, no sé, tremendo lazo. Tremenda papá. Qué mierda, man, me dio mucho cringe eso, man. Qué cringe, man. Weird, what the fuck, man.
Both make calls? Yeah, we both have things where a little bit better, but we try to take the goals like evenly. I'm just really excited
CE is a lot more aggressive play style because we go for a lot higher point games, whereas yeah, NA and EU they have like way more passive play style than us, I think. It's a dream come true, to be honest. It's all I've wanted to do is just play games, and to have a huge opportunity like this is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, but...
Vamos a jugar, dale, vamos a jugar. Dale. No, me morí. ¿Por qué juega esto, man? Mentira, mentira. Alto juego. Qué raro que nadie dice este gesto cuando gana, boludo. Bueno, en realidad nadie haría este gesto porque antes de eso, cuando ganan, se ponen a gritar, boludo. ¿Me compro este gesto? O si no, esta capa, man. ¿Qué más? El pico podría ser. Aunque no me gusta el pico porque es muy raro. Ay, tampoco falta mucho, man, para jugar una partida. Faltan 4 minutos. No sé la segunda fase, man. No, yo no he empezado igual. Bonita el grupo. Si voy a ver la cosa, boludo. Es el pedo. Tengo re pocas wins. Man, me quitaron wins. Yo tenía 100 y pico en un escuadrón. Es imposible que tenga todos estos. Yo tenía más wins. Me re chorearon las wins, man. Yo tenía 100 y pico. Es imposible que tenga 96, man. Dale. Oh, qué paja. Me re chorearon las wins. No era rival. ¿Cómo se hace? ¿No crees? Faltan 4 minutos. Bueno, ahora yo diría que 2. Después cuando termine jugamos. Dale, amigo. Qué propaganda de mierda. Para. Hola, super power. Pa 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 pam pa para param param. Es que si no se jode mucho. Igual no voy a hablar. Siempre que miro me muteo. Se desbloquean 2 días. Si falta. Ah, verdad. Segundos.
I wash my hands. I'm not joking. No, I wash my hands. I have to get the perfect grip on my mouse, so I wash my hands a lot. Like a lot a day. Just to make sure I have it.
Tiene 12, 13, boludo.
Tons of people ask me questions on a daily, like, how do you like find the right sensitivity? And I feel like that's obviously the big mechanical way for the game. So I just tell people to stick in like one sensitivity and just work your way at it, and it really comes a long way with my aim, my building, everything like that.
I say practice makes perfect with everything in life. Just I think about the game. The more you practice, the more you playing creative, the more you'll get mechanical, game-wise, and all that up. So I think practice makes perfect.
Se me cayó el celo, la concha de tu madre.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The World Cup Finals Duos Competition. My name is Dr. Lupo,
me mostrás, apretas círculo y apretas R2. O si no vas al principio te aparece.
What these final two games have in store. We've watched a ridiculous competition thus far. Honestly, it's been insane. I've had a chance to watch some of the plays, some of the shots from some of these players, the accuracy, the heads-up gameplay. Jack, it's been insane. What do you think so far?
It's insane, Dr. Lupo. It is great to hear your voice, and I am so excited to be casting these final two games together for the Fortnite World Cup Finals Duo Competition. We are 2 games away from crowning our first ever Fortnite World Champions, who will win a combined $3 million US. That is a lot of money. You don't know how much.
Y si no me entendés, mira 10 segundos anteriores o más, porque no puedo resetear si no se me sale, creo. O sea, es muy raro. Como que no niam. ¿Qué mierda dijiste? Courage.
Now we talked about this being the World Cup representation
punticos, chaval.
From all of the regions in there. You can see NA currently sitting on top, but EU just behind them with representation from Mitro and Mongrel, Rojo and Wolfies. And then during the break, we got to talk to Hype and Serpent, who have also made a great play. Let's not forget about our most recent victory royale out of Nyrox and Aqua, climbing them into the top 10. Now, what we want to take into account, 2 matches are left. The highest elim totals we've seen out of a pairing is 12. We've seen it twice. What we have seen on the Victory Royale end, we've seen a 9 elimination, but more commonly it's right around 5 or 6. So what does that mean? We can expect about 2 of the winners to come out with 15 to 16 points. If you look at that top 10 right now, the spread is 17. With 2 games remaining, everyone who is on this board has the ability to challenge for the top spot to be the first ever Duos World Champion at the Fortnite World Cup. No one is out of it. The Chinese pair is just off the page as well. Anybody can make a play. 2 matches are left. Let's head back inside, back into the action. Lupo and Courage, take it away.
Sundan, thank you so much for your analysis of the board thus far. And you're right. Looking at the board,
bueno, pero enseguida vengo.
spread between first and 10th, 17 points is incredibly close, but that's not even the beginning of it. You have to realize that across all 50 duos, just 2 games, these last 2 could push any duo all the way up into the top. That top 10 taking a crazy amount of prizing home, Jack.
Yep. It is a life-changing amount of money, to say the least. As you know, people watching from around the world, millions and millions tuning in today. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. I want to hear from you right now. Tweet Dr. Lupo, myself, Fortnite. Which region will come out on top? Will NA remain up top? Will EU surge back? You heard some of the Asia, Oceanic, Brazil region still trying to push on through. I think NA is going to do it. I really do.
It's anybody's game, to be quite honest, but it's interesting to see trends from the qualifiers of previous weeks. You know, the 10 that we had leading up to this moment. Some of the names that were stars then, stars yet again here, and that consistency is going to shine through in a big way as we go into late games. We've had some of the highest player count final circles that we've ever seen. We've had a lot of aggressive gameplay from people at clutch moments. And that's not the end, Jack. We've got 2 games left, and Game 5 is ready to go, Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen, this crowd has been incredible live here at the Arthur Ashe Tennis Arena in New York City. Which region will reign supreme? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game 5 is underway.
The last few matches, Jack, we've seen some relatively contested, popular drop zones. I've been watching on Twitter, and a lot of people have discussed whether or not Loot Lake right now is one of the hottest drops in the game. You have a number of duos, high-power duos that have dropped there consistently thus far. Do you think going into this Game 5 and 6, we're gonna see similarly contested early drops, or are people gonna change up the strategy with the amount of prizing on the line?
I think the thing that we've seen so far is the teams that stick to their strategy are the teams that are, you know, staying out on top. It's why they're consistently placing Saf and Zayt, for example. Wouldn't be surprised to see people stick with their normal game one more time again. Dr. Lupo, one big performance, 12 elims in a victory royale, 22-point game would shoot you way up the leaderboards.
Oh yeah.
So you can't count yourself out yet, as we do see our last match winners currently on our screen.
Uncontested there. Nyrox dropping in an early baller, a very pivotal piece for late game survival. Going to farm up all the materials he can inside. Not going to smash too much of the outside until maybe the last second, just to prevent any reveal of his own position. He's just going to go ahead and move on. And actually does see targets down below. A couple attempted shots with that scope. They are accuracy at this level. Going to have to be very key if you're going to try and pick up an elimination that early. The scope might be exactly what Nyrox needs to establish yet another elimination to put himself higher on the leaderboard of his duo.
Remember, the scope, the assault rifle, a hit scan weapon. You aim, you point, you shoot. If it's on him, it'll hit him. And these guys have pinpoint accuracy, as it's known. You know, when you land on the southwest side of the map, if you don't land in, you know, an exact big area, it's a very, very scrappy start. It's a lot around getting a baller, rotating on through, and just trying to, you know, pick up one chest here, loot one building here, and piece some things together. It's known how tough it can be, but Nyrox and Aqua currently on their way. Let's shift our focus towards Neo Tilted here. You see Mongrel and Mitro, who so many times have been contesting here with Clicks and Skeptic.
Siempre caen en pisos.
Quiet day today,
I would agree. 4 duos, though, in Tilted. Going to be interesting to see who opts to take an early out. Maybe go for the ballers that spawn in that slipstream around the outside, or maybe get a little aggressive and push on another team that spawns in there. Potentially from an earlier game, though, Skeptic hopefully learned his lesson. You don't want to L the camera necessarily too early.
Yep.
Love to see the confidence, though. He's a very confident player, which does not surprise me. Extremely skilled, so that kind of gameplay, you're going to see it from Skeptic on and off the stream and on and off the land here. Arthur Ashe Stadium, one of the coolest streams I think we've ever done this in.
Oh, incredible. It's, you know, you walk on through, you see all the tennis greats, and, you know, I hope they get a poster of the winner of the Fortnite World Cup. Serena Williams, Saf and Zayt.
Honestly, it would be incredible.
It would be. I think that sounds good to me. I think that, you know, people wouldn't be confused at all. But maybe it's the start of a great legacy here at this arena. But Right now, you begin to point out Mongrel and Mitro landing here every single game. 4 teams, though, still Neo tilted. When will the battles begin? 97 players left. Every duo still represented.
Crazy powerful loadout. He has 4 shadow bombs this early in the game. Those are incredibly powerful going into late game, especially when you're attempting to avoid confrontation as much as possible until just the right moment. You can shadow bomb out of almost anything. Granted, the people that may see you rotate don't have pinpoint accuracy, which honestly is typically the case in a lobby like this.
Well, we look at Lucky Landing right now. 2 teams currently here. This has been the case so far this game. Gustavox, Kate, and Wishy DP up against M11Z. The duo right there.
At this point, yeah, I was going to say, it looks like they're just opting to do a little bit of a split here. Just watching the opponents move around down below. They don't necessarily have to push this yet. You do have a little bit of time before the storm starts to make a move here, so pressure is going to be applied before you know it. But a loadout like this, there's no shotgun in the inventory. They have the shockwaves to rotate if they need to, but those are oftentimes saved for late game if you can do it. It's an easy way to push through opponents' builds that are above you, as we've seen in previous matches countless times, take the high ground without maybe being challenged. The only downside is you put yourself way out in the open. We did see a number of players get eliminated on the fly, literally, while shooting through the air with the shotgun. So we'll have to see. Shots from behind. Gustavox 8. Knocked down, no shield remaining.
Wondering if Daedra and M11Z decide to push off this Wishy. Reveals that he does have that heavy sniper. Grenades coming on through. Quick little reaction right there to box up for a brief moment. But remember, when you get that shield broken, there is a unique animation and sound effect. So Daedra and M11Z know that Gustavox up top has no shield left, and that heavy sniper rips through the wood right there. Good coordination to get some damage done on this player.
Daedra holding that edit, that pyramid at the top, so we can look through. And shots from the duo up above, Wishy and Gustavox. No push yet. This is kind of a stalemate at this point, which for all 4 of these players may end up fighting them in the back. That being said, Wishy, the fly in right there, pushing up. Get past over this brick pig. Their way into maybe a little bit of side cover.
Shrine made for me on the map is. Now Wishy will go ahead and loot that chest alongside Gustavox, who are both out of shields. Looks like Daedra and M11Z did what they wanted to, which is to push them out of Lucky Landing. Not sure if they're going to continue to pursue this. It doesn't appear so right now. And all things considered, I don't think they need to, right? They can go back now, farm up this whole area, check for the certain loot spots that may have been missed, and continue to get materials now. Moving towards Dusty Divot. Rogue members Tetra and Eclipse. Building up
Skeptic duo underneath. A little bit of a split for Tetra and Eclipse. Hopefully does not come to bite them in the back. We'll see here in a second. Eclipse pushing up, trying to match position with Tetra. Shots on the baller. You don't want to see those things last too long. Nobody was in it. It was just rolling down the hill.
And this could be really useful, Ben, because the players down low that are going to get by this airstrike, I believe it's Eclipse and Skeptic, are only building with wood, and wood gets shredded on through. And Skeptic, because of that, now down to just 25 HP, and that might be the green light for this duo to push on forward. One player challenging up top. Eclipse has him trapped in the box. Does take a little bit more damage. It will be a build battle for height. Eclipse with a ton of materials, but look at the elimination feed.
4 kills en 73 maravilla. What the fuck? Amigo. Anda, lo loco.
That 1v1 afterwards in the pickup, the revive your teammate might be the best play. We'll see here in a second. Pressure from above, not yet. Clicks all in his own, all by himself right there. Take just a second and heal up. Any chance you can get a little bit of HP might be the key to staying alive.
And this is where I believe adjustments begin to be made, right? Eclipse and Tetra, as they push on forward. Clicks now all by himself, trying to force him to happen. There's no shot right there as he goes down. The day of struggles for Skeptic and Clicks continue. But the point I was going to make right there is now you're getting to a point where you need to go and push for those elims if you want to make the climb back up that leaderboard. Eclipse and Tetra obviously still have some work to do in that 2 versus 1 before another team can begin to push on in and try to steal that last elimination. They have to force the 2v1. Thankfully, Clicks does it for them. They get the free limb and win that fight at Dusty Divot.
Meanwhile, Saf and Zay, first game winners, current leader. Saf beat from above. Oh my gosh, the heavy snipe to knock the pyramid and immediately capitalizing on Saf being exposed. Leaves Zay to 1v2. A little bit of a panic, and the Shadow Bomb may or may not be enough. Right into the slip to try and sneak away. Run down in some previous builds. That's a quick pick off there from 4ZR.
And that's the second time we've seen that today. the player with the heavy sniper, they can see that the pyramid is being edited on through and peeked through. So they immediately call that out. They time the shot alongside AR shots, or that one, I believe it was actually shotguns. And Saf is eliminated before he can even build a single wall. As right now, it's Zate all by himself. Now moving towards the northeastern side of the map near pressure plant. Our mech friend no longer there, but Nyx just took a ton of damage. Close by, I believe, did he get sniped? I think he got sniped.
I believe he did. Sitting on quite a bit of healing, though. The slurp, minis, that campfire, all going to be big there. You see he's waiting for the campfire to finish. He's going to pop that slurp, get back to 100, 100. Meanwhile, Airwax, Nikov owning the top of the ship here. Just taking shots at anybody that rotates. That high ground advantage, even early game. We look at it a lot late game. Yep. A lot of the build fights and late game rotations are capitalized by players that have the high ground advantage. But even early game, high ground gives the ability to scout. Aiden, Sean goes down. Aiden, an attempt to push on through and try and pick up the elimination on his opponent. Quinton inside the box there. Does materials.
Yep, I was going to say, I think that the teammate was not. So it is a 1 versus 1 in this fight. Aiden at max HP gets the high ground for the moment. Quinton, absolutely the health disadvantage. Aiden most likely knows this, continues to push for this elimination, wants to clean this up as quickly as possible. Wondering if Quinton has any traps to be used right here. Doesn't appear so as of right now. That edit was just missed by Quinton as he tried to go back up to the high ground and just get above. Aiden pushes on in, spraying. Unfortunately, not able to connect. Takes 44 damage right there. Wait, a masterful fight so far. Aiden's health advantage now gone as they're about 15 HP each other. But Aiden has the chug splashes, and Dr. Lupo, they show off just how good they are right there.
Capo, le puedes pegar si está tomando un boti. Si está tomando un boti, capo, pegale.
Standoff here, a back and forth of epic proportions. Pressure. Up above, trying to watch that, holding that pyramid edit. The peak trying to catch himself up inside the pyramid by resetting. Can't quite do it. Does fight for high ground. Aiden on controllers. Don't forget that. One of the best controller players we've ever seen. 101 HP remaining. These inside the box fights, the combat for who can own a wall, the back and forth is insane. And the top-down view, Aiden can't quite get that pyramid edit and gets caught in his own door.
Did he miss? Yeah, I think he missed the edit out. Didn't wind up building a door, and Quinton makes it back in time to grab the reboot card. So Aiden and Sean go down quite early in game number 5. 74 players remaining. Storm Surge still currently in play. Zate and Saf far above it at 385 damage above. Shouldn't really have to worry about that too much. As Zate's in another skirmish right here. Dr. Lupo not deciding to use the chug splashes to get that health up.
An interesting note here, you see Zate taking single swings the wall that he doesn't own. He's attempting to bait the player from stopping a heal. He wants them to disengage from that so he can basically force a fight. He doesn't want them to get any of that HP back.
He got the floor
shield.
And he already had that wall!
Oh my gosh, and Tux goes down. What an angle shot from Zate there.
And that right there,
man, escribieron re mal. Quinten no se escribe así. Quintin.
What you just saw was why Zate has remained one of the best players in competitive Fortnite from the very first days. He replaced the first wall before that fight even began. Then he moved towards his opponent, shot out the floor to push him towards the wall he already replaced. And once he did that, once the player ran and thought he was safe, he quickly hops on up, edits his own wall that he placed earlier, and gets the free elimination. It's one of those plays that separates Zate from the millions of other players that play Fortnite.
There's a reason they won that first game, Jack. It's going to show through throughout all these matches.
Todavía siguen vivos. Está vivo el Lown.
Game 5. 2 matches remaining.
It's a very easternmost zone, Dr. Lupo, so you're looking towards it right now.
La puta madre, se me está cayendo todo el tiempo, man.
Narrowly be in play. Outside of that, just the drone ship from up above.
The right side of your screen, don't get the format for these. Oh, Quinn goes down.
I think he got caught with his build still in his hand. He wasn't expecting it.
See the blueprint out. You hate to see that. The victory royale with 10 points. Top 5 is 7. Top 10 is 5. Top 15 gets you 3. And every elimination, that single point, and every elimination so valuable in 6 matches. We're not looking at the same 10 that we saw in the qualifying weeks. You have only the 6, but it's a guaranteed 6. You have to take advantage of every elim you can, because looking at the leaderboard like Sundown did earlier, 17 points at that time spread first to 10th place.
Yep. Here the fights continue. Tyler 15 and Lanane in an awkward position right now as Tyler 15 has gone down, and there's pressure from both sides. And you've got to think these players know exactly where they are, and that's what they're going to do. Already 4 eliminations between 4ZR as well as Noward, and they're trying to get this wall replaced. They've got one. Did he get the pyramid as well? I can't tell as of right now.
Interesting note about Tyler 15 and Lanane. They had planned to run just the first qualifier, week 2 together, and if they did not qualify for the World Cup, they agreed that they were going to try and hook up with their normal duos.
Yep.
And lo and behold, they qualified for the World Cup, so here they are. They have not spent a whole lot of time together, and it's amazing to say that because the cohesion between those two, oftentimes when we watch them, they're on top of each other's games.
Bueno, ya me cansé. Voy a hacer un directo empezando algunas privadas. Después voy a hacer algo. Bien.